Well, as we promised, it will be an action packed day, and yet again, we are here at the Ring of Fire, Dubai International Stadium, with the third game of the day between Fujairah and Ajman, live from Dubai International Stadium. We are all excited for this match number 14 and to see what the captains are up to. We'll go downstairs with Ahmed Khwaja, who's along with two captains.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dubai International Stadium for match number 14 of the MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20 2022, powered by FanCode. It's time for the all-important toss. It's the final game of the day, and it's a big one. To my left are the two captains, Mohammad Wasim leading Fujairah. We have our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, and of course, Nasir Aziz, aka the Don, leading Ajman. It's going to be Fujairah to flip. Heads is the call. It has come down as heads. Nasir Aziz won the toss. What you decided?
We'll bat first.
And of course, we've had a couple of nail biters with you, just couldn't get across the line. But of course, you've chosen to bat first. What's the thinking behind that?
Bat first because the due factor also is there. So if we put a good total on the board like a 150 or 160, so is it good total?
Any changes to the playing 11?
So one change. Sharaz come in.
Best of luck for the game, Nasir.
Thank you.
वसीम भाई, अनफॉर्चुनेटली टॉस हार गए और बॉलिंग आ गई. अगर टॉस जीते तो क्या करते?
हम भी बॉलिंग करते थे. खैर इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ गेम और दोनों चीज़ों के लिए रेडी रहना है, तो कोशिश करेंगे कि जितना ज़्यादा टारगेट दे सकें देंगे.
और अभी तक हमने देखा है रोहन मुस्तफ़ा की फॉर्म लगी, आसिफ लाला की लगी है, मोहम्मद वसीम की बड़े 50 बड़ी 100 के इंतज़ार में पूरी दुनिया की आवाम बैठी है. कब आएगा वो?
इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करूँगा आज ही करूँ.
चेंजेस टू द प्लेइंग 11?
हाँ जी, 2 चेंजेस हैं. उज़ैर नहीं खेल रहा और फ़ारूक नहीं खेल रहा है. मारूफ खेल रहा है और आकिफ खेल रहा है.
बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर द गेम, वसीम.
थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Well, there you go. The news coming from the middle. It is Ajman who won the toss and elected to bowl first. Yeah. We're just here at Dubai International Stadium to witness this game. And it's MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20 2022. Match number 14. We're live at the Ring of Fire. It cannot get better than this when you have a lot of actions at stakes. The first game we had today, where Dubai were up against Abu Dhabi, and then we had just a team defeating Sharjah, was the Emirates Blues, and now it's time for Fujairah taking on Ajman. Now that's the lineup for the two teams. It's Ankur Sangwan for Ajman, Ansh Tandon, Dawood Ijaz, Mohammad Ajmal, Nasir Aziz, Rahul Chopra, Sagar Kalyan. Lots of changes there, and then Sakim Manshad, Shiraz, Pia, Uzair, Anis, Wajid Khan. That's a big, healthy lineup for Ajman, but they're looking to get those two crucial points, and the closest they could get was yesterday's game against Dubai. They just couldn't finish, or maybe a little bit of a miscalculation. It's only now about if and buts, but moving forward to this contest where Fujairah, we have Hamdan Tahir, Hamid Khan, Harry Bharwal, Jiju Janardhan making back into the side. That's a good sign for Fujairah. Junaid Siddiqui, Maruf Merchant, Mohammad Usman, Mohammad Wasim, the captain, Raja Akifullah, Rohan Mustafa and Wasisha gets the game. And alongside with me, it's Mohammad Rashid will be joining me into the commentary box. Mohammad, well, what do you predict about this game?
Thank you, Abed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just looking forward to this game. Very excited. Big game in the context of the tournament. Ajman feeling that they still have that, not having that momentum, but they want to win this game.
Usually, you're just one win away. The kind of tournament is going on for Ajman. They probably need one good win and they'll be sorted, I think.
Absolutely, like you pointed out, the last game they played against Dubai, it was just a cliffhanger of a game, and just some miscalculations there, and they could have won it actually, but one game away from that 2 points.
And they was thinking maybe to bring Ajmal or Nasir Aziz to bowl. But in the end, it was Nasir Aziz who opted to bowl himself out. That's kind of the confidence you have on yourself. Could have been the other way around. Maybe the fast bowlers could have done better. But right now, the focus is in this game. That is in the past. And we have Jiju Janardhan opening the game. And missing out the big name of Asif Khan. This is not available. Unfortunately, a sad news that he's lost his mother. And will be missing out maybe for a few games. Not so sure. Meanwhile, Jiju Janardhan, a very solid, stylish batter to open.
We've got Shiraz Pia, who would be taking the new ball for Ajman. Very experienced bowler, 11 matches. He's taken 6 wickets. Economy on a bit on the higher side. I think he'd want to better that in this tournament.
I think the experience he carries through from the franchise cricket, that will be on display here. A flick on the onside. That's a beautiful shot around the pad. Bang on target, Shiraz Pia. I think Shiraz is developed over the year after playing a lot of franchise cricket, and he understands, and especially he's been this special when it comes to bowling at the death overs.
Certainly, most. I think he's learned a few tricks with those franchise leagues, and that's what happens when you rub shoulders with the best in the business. Hamdan Tahir, another gifted left-hand batsman, wicket keeper. He's got an average of 28 and a strike rate of 105. Very talented, and I'm sure we'll see some of his talent on display tonight.
I yet to fire with the bat, but got plenty year to come for him. Pretty young. I think he's hardly 19.
Rightly said, pretty and young.
Yeah, definitely. He's quite solid. Yeah, very watchful there. Very watchful. That's how you need to be.
I think Shiraz Pia is against those left-handers. He's got that certain length he bowls, which is very deceiving.
Well, what I think is that the previous game that we have seen, it's Sharjah versus Emirates Blues, where those both the openers they were, for both the side they put on a 50 runs up partnership. So the first wicket is key here. Shuffles and plays it on the onside. Need to hurry a bit there. It's just shies at the stumps and off the mark. Hamdan Tahir.
Valiant effort there by Rahul Chopra. That would have been really close as we look at the replay. Rahul Chopra doing really well there in the air while he threw the ball, but I think Hamdan had made it.
Yeah, only missing in Rahul Chopra's effort was wings. It was almost flying. Good effort. That's what you need. Energy. A level should be high. Back your team. Back your bowlers. Yeah, sends him back. Yeah. They don't want to lose a wicket. At least not run out.
Well, energy is in the field. They've got that energy, but I think what they require is a good run out or a good catch, and that will really lift their spirits. That is very important. And Ajman, they have certainly that talent to get that.
Well, Rashid, for that matter, one drop catch and or missed opportunity can certainly bring those chips down. So it's one way or the other. Oh, that is uppish on the onside. The fielder has to do a little bit of work and they'll complete 2 runs. That's good running now.
Very good running there. Jiju, as soon as he hit that shot, he knew where the fielder was and he's taken off straight away. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. It's hard. It's hard to understand who is a 19-year-old here, Hamdan or Jiju.
Fit looking Jiju Janardhan. JJ as I call him. Very fit.
Yeah, we call him Triple J. Final delivery from Pia. Yeah, searching that nip and bowl. Flicked on the onside, little bit of work for the fielders. And a little wayward throw, but they'll be happy to take another two with 6 runs on board. The end of first over. Saqib Munshid would be coming in from the Mohammed bin Zayed road end, which is a far end from here. He got 9 wickets in 9 games and a very good economy compared where he bowls usually in the power play. Swings the ball a lot. There you go, up in the air. Fielder underneath takes the catch. What a take that is. Excellent fielding. First ball, you take a wicket. What else you could ask?
Very good start by Saqib Munshid. He has that ability to take wickets up front, and he's done that on the very first he's bowled. Slightly lucky there, Saqib, I must say, and Hamdan unlucky. He was drifting down the legs, and Anis has taken a very good catch.
A big wicket here. That's what the team Ajman was looking for. The early breakthrough, early wicket. Big walk for Hamdan. He's not happy. Disappointing tournament so far for him. He's still looking for one big knock. Big man comes in, joins the body. Big name Mohammad Wasim not opening today. And coming at number 3. Well, it's not ideal situation for number 3 to walk in when the wicket is down too early. Oh, with an offer. There's a fielder. Wasim is kind of a batter that you need to be careful. Do not offer him a lot of width.
Most certainly, and he enjoys that width, and he makes most of it. Hasn't been firing in this tournament so far, but I'm sure he's just one knock or one good shot away to bring back his form.
Yeah, that was he was talking at the toss that he was very confident that he knows he's just one good knock away, and that can be coming in any moment. Good swinging. Oh, takes that catch. What a catch. Jiju clearly not having the fortune of favors on his side. Just played with a straight bat. Got straight into the hand of Saqib Munshid. What a big wicket. Another one goes.
Well, I must say that got stuck into the wicket. Jiju threw with a shot too early, and very good take by Saqib. That stuck in his hand.
Yeah, you don't see him smiling a lot, but today definitely he'll be happy to take a big wicket Triple J departs, scoring 5 for 5. It's 7 for 2. Fujairah in deep trouble. Well, the man you don't want to be early out there, Rohan Mustafa, coming in at number 4. Ideal situation for him where he's known for building the innings, talking about the partnership, where he has the partner at the other end, likes of Mohammad Wasim, where he enjoys batting alongside him. Yeah, just maybe the left-hander. And I think, Rashid, that maybe Fujairah need to work out on the top order.
Most certainly, I think that's the problem they're having. Even in the last game we saw, it was those 70 odd runs which Rohan Mustafa got that took them out of their trouble and they got to 186. Look at that catch again, stuck into the wicket, and Saqib Manshad just stuck his hand up and it's gotten stuck in his hand.
Yeah, out of nowhere, he's just got a wicket. He was shocked there. And that carried very simple, and it was just because the wicket is slightly slow. That was a mistimed shot. Oh. Well, now maybe that could be the catch we were talking about, Rashid.
Certainly, and a double wicket over will always put your opposition on the back foot. And certainly when Wasim has been out of form for a bit, so they'll try to take advantage of that, Team Ajman.
Yeah, definitely. They know that Fujairah is missing out the services of like Asif Khan. So maybe they'll fancy their chances over here when they have taken both the openers out. Comes down, charges. This is up and over the mid-off. Wajid will give it the sprint and they'll complete 2. And now that's good running there. And much needed 2 runs. Very good over for Ajman. It's 11 for 2. Well, you're talking about that coming back into the form is not a distance from this man, Mohammad Wasim. All he had to do is just stick around.
Very interesting field set here for Wasim. They've got 2 fielders on the leg side, square leg and a deep mid wicket. Oh, that's very well bowled according to his field by Shiraz Pia, bringing that one in. And Wasim ever so watchful.
Usually, you see, Wasim likes to crack few of shots. Well, in the last ball of the previous over, we saw Rohan Mustafa taking a little bit of a charge. And could be the reason that he wants to take his team out of the pressure. Just to ease that pressure, for that you need boundaries here. We haven't seen boundaries yet.
Certainly will be seeing some free-flowing shots from the bat of this man, Rohan Mustafa.
Oh, that was swinging away from the left-hander. Shiraz definitely is useful. Now, someone like Shiraz, you want at the death overs as well. So, I don't think so. The captain would be keen to bowl him out here.
Certainly, and we know that he's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, Shiraz Pia. So he's got a double duty. He starts the innings for the team, where he swings the ball around, tries to take those wickets up early, and during the death, he fires those Yorkers into the block hole.
Yeah, he'll need his services to start the inning and end the innings as well. Great find for Ajman. He's quick, he's swinging, he's seaming, he's still creating. Oh, that was just around that sticks. Well, I think Ajman need to bring someone to open the innings with the ball in hand, not Shiraz. Because if I'm the captain, I would be using him for the death overs. Maybe bringing him in after 12 overs.
Well, another problem they could have is that Shiraz might not be able to bowl 4 overs on a trot because they've got the services of Sultan Ahmed who can start the innings for them.
Yeah, another player played a lot of franchise cricket. What a delivery this is! This is unplayable ball from Shiraz Pia. Wow, squared him up.
Peach of a delivery there. Look at that. Straight and then look at that seam movement. That has gotten away from Wasim and he was surprised.
Well, indeed, squared him up. You don't see often Wasim getting squared up. If you got one, save it. It's pure bowling. Movement of the seam. Yeah, look at that. Just because of the last delivery, he got a little bit of a movement of the seam. Now Wasim is very watchful. That's what Wasim need to do. Forget about the power play because you already lost 2 wickets. You can't do anything about it. But from here onwards, you need to look upwards only. For that, you need your captain to be out there at the center.
Certainly, and Wasim and Rohan both, I think, they'll just make sure that they build up a partnership and at the same time, they need to make sure that they keep rotating the strike and keep moving, keep ticking that scoreboard.
Most certainly. And also, they complete the combo of right and then left hand. Final delivery. Just yes, no call. They'll get through. Oh, Saqib has hurt himself. Hope he's okay. He's given them 2 wickets in his last over. Well, 14 for 2 at the end of 3 for Fujairah. And 14 runs for the loss of 2 wickets for Fujairah and bit of bother. And the man who's done the most of the damage, Saqib Manshad, is operating here. He's bowling well.
Well, Fujairah would not mind, the slow run rate they've acquired so far. It's that wicket column which might be playing on their mind. And another thing is that Wasim is not able to time the ball as he does.
What do you think could be the reason that he's not been playing flawless? The Wasim we know.
Well, I think it's just that he needs to get that one innings on under his belt. Sliding down, wide call there, and they pick up a bye with that wide. So they get 2 runs. Coming back to Wasim, Abid, I think it's just that one innings or that one shot that give him that confidence because this is a different wicket we're playing on. Because as they say, form is temporary, but class is permanent, and we all know what kind of class Wasim holds.
Oh yeah, we both do the same. The form is temporary. Yes, indeed. The Wasim is not so far away from getting that big runs for the team. This time flicked on the onside, pulled actually on the onside, and got 4 runs. Quite boundary there. Not a much of an effort from Wasim. That what he does.
Absolutely brilliant shot there. That was just unexpected. It was rising onto him, and without much of a feet movement, just a balanced transfer towards that back foot, and he's hit it perfectly.
And good to see that. If you've a big name sitting out there in the crowd, and there you go, enjoying the game.
Fujairah, Team Fujairah supporters, I must say.
Yeah, spot on there, Rashid. Oh, that's a good call from Rohan that he pushed his partner for the run. And always advisable when you hit the boundary, get to the other end.
Most certainly. And Rohan Mustafa doing the right thing. It was behind the wicket, that ball, which is why he was running towards the danger end, and he pushed Wasim to take that single, even though Wasim was a bit tentative over there.
Well, I tell you, when both these batters batting together, Rohan and Wasim, they got wheels underneath them. They run quick. I'm not sure how painful it would be for the fielding team. They need to be careful when they're stealing run. Pulled, shot, and got him. Saqib strikes for the 3rd time, and it's a big wicket. The left-hander has to depart. Rohan Mustafa, well, that still hurts him. And a big wicket here. Fujairah is stumbling. Sluttering start for Fujairah.
Absolutely big wicket there. That ball got big on him, and he's taking that fine leg, square leg region, but just spliced up, and Saqib has taken an easy catch. Rohan Mustafa gone for 5 after facing 5 deliveries. Fujairah 22 for 3.
Well, how many would you get? Well, one replaces the other. It's certainly the big names is just coming in and walking out. It's the left-hander, Mohammad Usman for Fujairah. And he loves this occasion when the team is down. Upish in the air. Where was that gully? Or a flying slip? Well, I think they need to add a fielder at the second slip cordon.
Well, they definitely need to go more aggressive. Meanwhile, Fujairah persisting on that left-hand, right-hand combination. Mohammad Usman coming in, another big name, as you rightly said. A lot of experience. He's played a lot national.
Yeah, pretty calm and cool customer. And with a blink of eyes, he's played for a long period for the national side. He's served the nation and has done wonderful job. He's so strong when you bowl short-run deliveries. Likes to play those pull shot. Now, let's have a look at the field there for Wasim. They got the deep square leg. They got the 3rd out. The pack outside field, and that flying slip comes in.
That is what Wasim does really well. He rotates that strike really well. At the end of 4 overs for Fujairah, 24 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Well, it seems to be Shiraz Pia would be bowling his third. Oh, maybe, maybe close, but no appeal at all there. Maybe pitching outside leg.
I think the umpire has given bat there. Look at that. Oh, definitely came off the bat. And they pick up a single, but a surprising move, which a good move, surprisingly good move. Let us put it that way.
Yeah.
Shiraz Pia continuing with the third over. Normally, he just bowls those 2 overs up front.
I think in any hit sports of the world, when then the things are going pretty accurate and well, you don't need to make a lot of changes to that. Sticking with that strategy there, Nasir Aziz, I think.
More like want to pick up another wicket here.
Most certainly they're looking for one. They can break this partnership. Now, they've got plenty of options, Fujairah. And after this, there is Wasi they need to get rid of, who's in form, obviously. Very, very handy batter.
Certainly, Wasi has been scoring so many runs in the domestic circuit. And he's just such a brilliant timer of the ball. And the shots he's got, plays all around the park.
And the best part, he's pretty young there. Oh, that got almost to chop onto his sticks. A very good bowling from Shiraz.
Certainly very well bowled there by Shiraz. That could have been close. Chopped onto his stumps. But finally, I think Fujairah getting that rub of the green.
And Standard, there you go. I think one of the fittest player we have around in UAE. A very good looking boy, and he's got a swag as well. He need to score runs as well. Usman, they had to hurry a little bit. Yeah, just we'll see a lot of these singles coming in.
And Ajman, I think targeting Mohammad Usman, who's a bit slower than Wasim. Not all that slow, but a bit slower than Wasim, because we've got a lot of players who are slower than Wasim.
Well, I think you can make a huge list of those. Wasim is certainly the one of the quickest, if not quickest. And then Usman need to really run quick. He's running alongside Wasim, so he need to pick up those calls. And you don't have any reason to say no to your captain. Yeah, look at that. It's Usman who sent him back.
Well, Wasim needs to be careful because he needs to match his running with Mohammad Usman. As we know, Usman, he's got that ability to convert those 20s and 30s into good 50s. So he would want to make sure that he stays in the middle and along with Wasim.
Yeah, if you can't beat them, join them. That could be the strategy here. Usman should be looking, if he cannot run that quick as Wasim does, then Wasim need to change his plan running between the wicket, because I'm so sure that's the last thing they want to see is a run out. Wasim not middling yet again. 26 for 3 at the end of 5. Change in bowling now. Yeah, Saqib Manshad has been taken out of the attack. The man did the most of the damage. 3 wickets for him. He's been out of the attack.
Replacing him is Wajid Khan. He's picked up mere 2 wickets in the tournament so far. Good economy of 7.29, but he's got that nag of picking up wickets.
Now on the onside, Usman loves to swivel. And this time he put it away for a boundary. What a good looking shot from Usman.
Slightly shorter from Wajid Khan. He doesn't have as much pace as Saqib Manshad does. Picked up very easily by Mohammad Usman and whacked through that mid-wicket region and all the way for a boundary.
What a great gap he's found between the two fielders. There was enough protection, but Usman is certainly an artist when it comes to picking up gap and playing in the gap.
Very smart cricket there by Mohammad Usman. He's picked up a single right after that boundary. So, playing some smart cricket, both of these guys.
Just still trying to understand whether it was the same wicket that we just saw a match between Emirates Blues and Sharjah, where Emirates Blues scored 165 runs. We've seen 100 coming up from Brithia.
Certainly, but I think the loss of 3 wickets will be playing in Fujairah's mind. Down the leg side, wide called by umpire Akbar. Mr. Akbar is here for this match.
Another big name here. We've just been delighted to have him around, and that's sprayed down the leg side. Now Wajid, that's the clearly difference between Wajid and Saqib Manshad. He'll be bowling some looseners there. Oh, a slow bouncer. That was a good ploy there. Wasim coming down the track to cut down the swing.
Well, certainly a very good delivery. I think that did take the outside edge with the expressions of the wicketkeeper, but just falling short of him.
I think that's a smart bowling that Wajid saw the batter is coming down the track. He could make it early, and he banged it short. Upish, just a bit of away from the bowler. Wajid almost got Wasim. That could have been the huge blow to Wasim.
Well, certainly that ball sticking into that wicket. We didn't see as much of a difference in the second game of the day, but certainly now there is some kind of slowness to the wicket now.
Maybe we were expecting the dew to come in. That's not been the case. We haven't seen a lot of dew out there. A single will conclude the over in power play as well. 33 for 3 Fujairah. Haven't been the ideal start for Fujairah. So we just need to see around how this power play 6 overs has turned out to be. We just quickly need to see that that's how things have started for Ajman. Saqib Manshad, wicket number 1, wicket number 2. That was out of the blocks, and wicket number. Well, after this hit, there was a wicket of Rohan Mustafa where, he banged it short, couldn't get the elevation, and that was straight back to the bowler. 2 cotton bowled opportunities, both of them being held by Saqib Manshad. So 33 with 3 wickets down. Fujairah not having a great start, a shaky start there. And now we see that field is being sprayed out.
Yep, it's the end of the power play. The mandatory restrictions have been lifted. They've got 4 fielders in the circle, a short extra cover. They've got a point, a short third man, and a short fine leg.
He must be looking around, and all of a sudden we see the spinner coming in. I think that's a smart move to bring the spinner here, because this wicket has a lot to offer for the spinners. Oh, that played slightly uppish. Wasim is a smart batter. He knows where can he get those singles and doubles.
Well, so is this bowler, Ankur Sangwan. A very smart cricketer, a very smart bowler. He's got a lot of variation. That pace variation he bowls is just perfect. And he just baffles those batsmen.
Well, being your key spinner, Ankur Sangwan, for any team he plays, that he has that ability to pick you wickets. He's a wicket-taking option for you. He drifts the ball in the air also, especially in this ring of fire at Dubai International Stadium. He'll be more effective when the surface is helping and gripping as well. He can be more dangerous. But what I think is maybe an option here for Nasir to come himself because there is a left-hander batting.
Well, I'm certain that we're going to see spin from both ends. But I think the team Fujairah has also assessed the conditions, and now they're not trying to go for those hits. They're trying to go for singles and doubles.
Yeah, indeed, because the batters knows the mantra here. To understand the wicket, they have to spend some time at the center. I think that's is the mantra here.
Most certainly, and it certainly does not look like a very easy wicket to bat on. 3 dismissals. Out of the 3 dismissals, 2 of them have been, well, the ball has stuck into the wicket and it has really popped up in the air, which was taken very easily by Saqib Manshad.
Cotton ball, yeah, says the story that both of this dismissal has been kind of similar. A short mid-wicket, catching position, but he will not hold himself back. He'll go after it. Heaved it on the onside, found the gap and got 4 runs.
Brilliant timing there by Mohammad Usman. Slightly short. And the ball spinning, played with the spin. Although there was a fielder there, but he couldn't get to there. And a very good shot by Mohammad Usman.
I'm not surprised why Wasim took the single and gave the charge to the left-hander because it's a challenge for Ankur Sangwan to bowl against the lefty. He himself is a left-armer. Yeah, I'm very easy picking for the left-hander. Where usually if you bowl that delivery to the right-hander, the ball can get you a little bit of drift and turn and bounce.
These two doing really well. They've gotten 8 runs off the over so far. With a ball to go.
And the more you spend time at the center, the better it is. Yeah. Good delivery in the end. A dot ball to end the over with. 41 for 3 Fujairah. Yeah, no spin yet. Have to wait from the other end as well. And then now 3 men outside the ring at the onside for the left-hander. And the 2 on the offside. The mid-off is up. Yeah, that's the idea there. Just feed these batters and look at that. Usman has it. The speciality when he can hit into the gap where you can easily steal too.
Certainly he can pick up those gaps very easily. That's his, like you said, speciality. He's played the longer format for a very long time. So he knows how to pick those gaps. Once again, going towards those square region.
Well, Wasim seems to be in a different mood today. There was 2. Wasim just pretended that he's made the crease and went back halfway. Usman runs so hard. I mean, he's still fit. I think he can still play the longer format for UAE.
Certainly doesn't miss that talent. Very talented cricketer and one of the best batsmen in the business.
Yeah, and also you need someone experienced in that middle order. And his advantage is that he's a left-hander, perfectly one who can play the big shots at will when it's banging shot. And when we're touring around the world, there are different sort of wickets. Maybe the experts can work on where we have the little bit of an extra bounce. Yeah, that's what he's good at. Great fielding. What a piece of fielding that is from Ankur Sangwan. Most certainly saved 4 runs.
Great commitment there by Ankur Sangwan. Just completed that over. Gone to that long leg boundary and certainly saved 3 runs for his team. Great commitment there. Good effort. Pick that ball and throw it like a flash.
A team man, completely a team man. He contributes. The job is not just to bowl 4 overs and take you corner. Oh, look at that. Now this is smart batting, but Wasim is trying to hit the ball too slow where he can pick up 2.
Well, that's what experience brings you. He knows that he's not able to convert, to get those boundaries. He's converting those ones into 2s. Very smart batting there by Mohammad Wasim.
And this man has to bring that thinking cap on. Maybe need to get rid of these 2 batters together. Look at that. Look at Wasim. How quickly he completes his run before Usman. Now, mind you, Wasim has played this shot and completed this single and then came back for the second too quickly. 50 up for Fujairah, and it's 3 wickets down at the end of 8. Well, I'm so certain that I watched that match sitting on the chair while I saw Pakistan's Abdul Rahman bowling those 3 back-to-back no balls. And he was yet to open his account and he's given 8 runs already. And he bowled those 3 waist height full tosses, and the third umpire had to take him out of the attack. Well, not so long ago, I think 2013.
Very informative Dafa news fun fact there. I certainly did not know that.
Well, you missed out. That game was against Bangladesh in 2013 Asia Cup. Oh, maybe. No, I think Sagar Kalyan is maybe a lot excited, got the gloves in his hand.
Over ambitious, Sagar Kalyan.
Well, there are certain memories that sticks in your mind. Those are one of those. And look at that. A lot of turn there. Usman was going for the run. Oh, yeah, he had his case, but that front leg was also inside the crease.
Well, Sagar Kalyan was looking at his bat, which was in the air, and he's already called him out.
And he's troubling the left-hander. That's a very, very good sign. But where is Nasir Aziz himself?
Well, I think because they got those 3 wickets from Pacers, Nasir Aziz persisting on his faster bowlers from one end and getting those spinners from the other end.
Probably the idea is not to let the batters settle with the pace. I think you need to understand the conditions in the wicket as well. Good bowling from Ankur Sangwan. And he's troubling the left-hander, but the right-hander has a challenge. He's done well to keep quiet Wasim.
Certainly, and very good field placing. They don't have a short fine leg. Instead, they've got that mid-wicket in place to stop that single.
Knocked him out. What a wicket. Huge, huge moment in the game. Wicket taker will Always chip in. That's what Ankur Sangwan is for you. What a delivery to take out the giant wicket. Fujairah loses his 4 wicket and it's a big one. The captain departs.
Very good ball there by Ankur Sangwan and Wasim. His troubles continue. That was a straighter delivery. He could have done better there, I think, just trying to get that single off towards that long on region. And he's completely missed that. Very good bowling, straight bowling by Ankur, and he's been rewarded with a big wicket of Mohammad Wasim, who goes for 20 runs after facing 24 balls. Fujairah in a bit of trouble, 51 for the loss of 4 wickets.
And a lot of responsibility, a lot of jobs to do for this man. Little man, but in form. He's got 27 runs average, 250s already in the Emirates D20s. But today it's a slightly difficult occasion. The slip is on. The ball is that skidded and on. And Wasim was completely beaten with the straighter one.
Certainly very good bowling by Ankur Sangwan. Wasi Shah, another bright prospect. A man of crisis recently. He's been doing really well. Really pitching outside the leg stump. And easy decision for the umpire. At the end of 9 overs, Fujairah, 51 for the loss of 4 wickets.
अंकुर बस बस ऊपर ही रहा एक के लिए रहा एक के लिए रहा सही है थोड़ा बाहर हो जा शाकिब
Well, now is the time when the captain comes himself in. Maybe enjoying the situation here where they got 4 wickets.
लगा 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 अंकुर
Played little late there, Usman. It's a lot watchful. I'm not sure, but one thing is for sure that he's not happy.
A very calm Nasir Aziz normally, but looks frustrated here. Didn't want to give that single away and get that left-hander off strike.
Most certainly, he's come in to bowl, and the idea was to bowl against the left-hander. Easy singles will not help here. The field is set widespread. And now Wasi flick that one to the onside. They'll only take single. That's what Nasir Aziz wants. He wants the left-hander to be on strike to get rid of Mohammad Usman, because I'm sure the captain knows that he's a ticking time bomb. If you let him settle, he'll outplay you.
But at the same time, Mohammad Usman, a very good player of that spin. I'm sure he won't mind Nasir Aziz bowling to him. And if Nasir Aziz errs in his line, you will see that big shot coming from Mohammad Usman.
I think with 4 wickets down, inside 10 overs, Usman will try to hold himself slightly back. If that would have been any other tournament, I could have buy that, Rashid. But now it's the state tournament, big one, huge tournament, where your performance counts. So I think over here, Usman will try to drag this game, and I think the right man is with him in the center, the man in form, Vasi. So he should talk to the junior and tell him that, hey, buddy, we have to dig in and have to play the longer.
बिल्ली तेरा है बहुत अच्छे
Certainly the biggest tournament in terms of stature. This D20, MazaPlay.net presents the D20, powered by FanCode, and a very important tournament.
Oh, that's a great feeling. It looks even better when number 7 held it. 10 overs gone, 54 for 4.
एक रश है नस नस में लगे कुछ नहीं अब बस में उठने वाला है एक तूफान जूतों की फीते लगे कसने बूम जब चलेगा बल्ला मचेगा हल्ला मचेगा शोर भाई कैच पकड़ना मैच छलक जाए हाथ से बॉय बाजी मार जा चाहे शारजा चाहे दुबई मैदान में और जान लगा और कर दे दबाई get up and keep on moving get up and hit that shot get up don't stop the music होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे बॉल करा ऐसी देखे पूरा अबू धाबी जब फेस करे रन चेस करे तो करे खराबी हड़कान किसी ना चेहरे पे ना फिक्र जरा भी हमार गिरती चाल शेर सी ठाठ नवाबी best of the best you know put the best to the test you know lights are bright जैसे हो रहा cricket festival get up and keep on moving get up and hit that shot get up don't stop the music होने रे हल्ला 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 हल्ला
ILT20, the action starts from 13th of January. 6 teams, top sides, just like the top sides that are playing here at the MazaPlay.net Emirates D20 2022 edition, powered by FanCode. My name is Shoaib. I'm going to take you through for the next 10 overs, and with me, giving us company, is Mudassir Ali. Mudassir, welcome.
Good evening and thanks a lot, Shoaib. Bit of bother for Fujairah, losing the top 4 batters. Young Wasisha and experience. Mohammad Usman out in the middle. They did a fantastic job, especially the overs in the power play by Saqib Manshad.
Yes, and it's good to have people who are associated with these teams in the comm box with us to give us insights about the thinking and the planning that goes into every game. We're talking about Mohammad Rashid, who's been very closely associated with Dubai. And we've got Mudassir Ali, who's been a part of the think tank for Fujairah. What is the current situation, or what would be the current situation in the dugout for Fujairah right now, Mudassir?
We have been in this situation for a couple of times in the previous editions, the Fujairah, and they know how to come out from this kind of situations. They have Usman and Wasi out in the middle. Not much batting to follow, but still they have that bowling department. If you score around 120, 130, I believe they can defend this target. but that loss of Abdul Ghaffar is hurting them badly. A left arm fast bowler and lower down order batter.
Yes, and unfortunately, Asif Khan is also missing out. 4 singles in this over from Ankur. Has been a miserly spell. Very well bowled. It's got a very high release point. Takes a good jump before he bowls. One of the effective left arm spinners. We've got quite a few in the domestic circuit. Ankur Sangwan, Nilanj Keswani, Harry Barwal, Ahmed Shafiq, Rahul Bhatia. Quite a few that are on display in the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 powered by Fancode. 6 deliveries, 6 singles in this over. After 11, Fujairah are 60 for 4.
Raju.
11 overs, 60 for 4 as Nasir Aziz comes into the attack. First ball on the pads, nicely swept over fine leg. That's a poor delivery to start off. And Wasi will be very happy to get that ball on the pads. Akbar Ali, the umpire, signals 4 runs. And Wasi Shah is on the move.
A bad delivery bowled by Nasir Aziz towards the legs, and good shot played by Haider Wasisha over the fine leg, finding that odd boundary. The very first delivery of this over. The behavior of the wicket is completely different. The ball is stopping and coming. Need to work hard for your runs tonight. Sharply coming into Haider Wasisha. Well bowled and nicely played by Wasi.
I think I've missed a few games of Ajman because I don't remember seeing Sagar Kalyan behind the stumps. Rahul Chopra is a wicket keeper. I didn't know Sagar Kalyan can also keep.
I'm surprised that to see Sagar Kalyan for the first time behind the stumps. A brilliant batter. Rotating the strike regularly here, Mohammad Usman and Haider Wasisha.
Six runs in the first 4 deliveries of this over. Interesting passage of play. The middle over is very crucial for both the sides. Ajman have the upper hand. They need a few more wickets. Fujairah, meanwhile, will need a big partnership between these two.
Seven runs so far in this over. Started off with the boundary, Haider Wasisha. A couple of singles. This edition has been completely different if you compare to the previous one. It's not about Sharjah or Fujairah. It's all about the team who plays good cricket. A nicely played shot over the covers towards the longer part. Slide comes in from Dawood Ejaz. Quick between the wickets, going for the third run. Brilliant running between the wickets by the experienced Mohammad Usman and young Haider Wasisha.
That was a good shot, beautiful shot, inside out, leaned into that drive and played it in the vacant extra cover region. Good effort in the deep by Dawood Ijaz. I think that's a clean save. And by the time he could throw that ball back to the bowler, they've taken 3 runs. So overall, good running between the wickets. Dawood Ijaz has definitely saved a single for his side. 12 overs have been bowled. 70 for 4 is the score. Right, so that's the batting card so far. We just wanted to check the batting lineup for Fujairah. After this, they've got Hamid Khan, who can hit the ball. Junaid can also hit a few. And Maroof is also a very good bat.
Recently, he made good 40 odd runs two-day game under 19 UAE taking on England under 19. Maroof Merchant has been included in the side for tonight's game. A quicker delivery. And talking about Maroof Merchant, Shoaib Ahmed, he has been included in the side, has been good with the bat against England under 19 team couple of days back. The match was played between UAE under 19 and England under 19 in Abu Dhabi and scored some crucial 40 runs coming down the order.
Well, yes, we all know how good he is with the ball. Predominantly a leg spinner, Maroof, but we did see him bat in the previous editions of D20 and I think also in the domestic tournaments around. He does have a very sound technique. So good to know that he's scoring runs, and especially against the touring sides, as in this case is the England under 19. It was a 3-day game, if I'm not wrong. Oh, beautiful hit from Usman. He was waiting for a long time to get that shot in. This time he goes for it, and the connection is impeccable. 6 runs for Usman.
Changing the gear against Ankur Sagwan. Coming down the track, and what a brilliant shot towards the mid wicket. A maximum from the blade of Usman Khan. Mohammad Usman. Back-to-back matches, and Usman Khan, Mohammad Usman getting confused because Usman Khan was a part of Fujairah earlier in the previous edition.
Yes, I think that name Usman is lucky for Fujairah. They make sure that they have at least one Usman in the side. They missed out on Usman Khan. They've brought in Mohammad Usman. Both are absolutely talented cricketers. Mohammad Usman, an experienced campaigner, was part of the UAE team for a long time. Also has a one-day century to his name in a run chase. Who can forget that game? It was my first ever international game, UAE versus Ireland. We'll talk about that. 13 overs, 81 for 4 is the score. The fun fact, in 1999, New Zealand's Jeff Allett faced 77 balls before getting out for a duck. Well, I think, Mudassir, you've got that record to your name. You've done better than that.
No, it was 76 balls. Interesting fact. 77 balls. played and still unable to open the account.
That was the beauty of test matches, I feel. No concern about the runs. It's just about surviving there and playing and facing some serious bowling. Oh, a misfield will allow them that single. Mohammad Usman, we were talking about that century that he scored against Ireland in a run chase, Mudassir.
So the first century for Usman, and CP Rizwan also scoring a century, but it was a special day for you as well. Early days,
पहले थोड़ा सीधा रह सकता है तेज
becoming a
फेंक रहे हैं
professional commentator, and almost 2-3 years back.
Yes, 2 years. In fact, they chipped this one and run hard between the wickets. That's good running between Usman and Syed Haider Wasisha. Yeah, that was early 2021 in January.
क्या कह रहा है
And I was part of that commentary team in Abu Dhabi. I remember that day very clearly. And that run chase, it was absolutely special. UAE versus Ireland. Ireland losing that game to UAE. Unfortunately, we couldn't have the full tournament as it was during the pandemic and we had to go through some interruptions. But great memories about that game, especially as a UAE fan and as somebody who's followed UAE cricket. I think that innings from this man, Mohammad Usman, was absolutely spectacular. Also Rizwan CP at that time, both of them scoring centuries. And I think Rizwan CP has that unique record of scoring a century. The first international cricketer to score a century from Kerala in India. So nobody's done that for India yet. As Wasi takes a single.
Do you remember the scorecard of that match? I think UAE was chasing in that match and they scored that century.
Yeah, I think it was 270, 280 runs that were posted by Ireland in the first innings, if I'm not wrong. And both Usman and Rizwan CP scored hundreds. And both were not out in that innings. That is what I remember. I've got a memory of a fish, Mudassir. I don't remember what I ate yesterday or in lunch today. So please don't test my memory.
Do you remember that I owe you $100?
I owe you $100. That could have been possible, and I've completely forgotten about that. So don't remind me as well. But as of now, Fujairah, they need to remember that they are the champions of the D20, the previous edition. And they need to get into a comfortable position. Right now, they are in a spot of bother. But what is good for Fujairah is that they've got a good partnership going on between Wasi and Usman. 14 overs have been bowled, 6 more to go. 88 for 4 is the score. .88 for 4. Uzair Anis is the new man in. Bowling is first. Right arm leg spinner. Short ball on the pads. Pulled and will take a single. Usman. What a tricky time to bring a leg spinner, especially against Usman, who's looking good on 38 of 31.
After this, 5 more overs in this innings left. Not sure the target they want to set for Ajman. Run a ball for Wasi. They need to raise the tempo now. It's the time you have the likes of Hamid Khan and Maroof. Junaid, that 109 meters 6, the World Cup, so he can hit some big shots.
Yes, I think it was the biggest six in the World Cup. 109 meters from Junaid Siddiqui. He's yet to bat, so that definitely is a big plus for Fujairah. That's a wide and a big wide from Uzair. Happy to take singles at the moment. Wasi and Usman, when do you think will they want to accelerate?
I think the best part for Fujairah is that Mohammad Usman is out in the middle, very experienced, and he reads the surface very well. So he knows how much they want to post to win or to give a good fight to Ajman on the back foot towards mid wicket. Still, I believe if the dew comes in, then it will be tough for the bowlers of Fujairah in the second innings.
Well, normally, Mudassir, if the dew has to come, it comes by this time. And I don't think there is a lot of dew. As you can see, the spinners are not bowling with any towels. It looks like the ball is nice and dry. And that is why there's some turn and it's got a sticky bounce on the wicket. Not easy. And you're absolutely right. Mohammad Usman, he's played so much cricket. He knows what is a good score for his side, batting first. And I think he'll assess and play according to that. Looking at the bowling of Fujairah, anything around 140, 150 will be a good score for Fujairah to defend if they manage to get there.
Last delivery, this over on the back foot, not managing to put in the gap to fetch that boundary, just a single to finish over number 15, 95 for 4. Nasir Aziz continues. Yet again, managing a single. So far, the bowlers of Ajman are doing a good job, keeping things in control. The partnership building up between Haider Vasisha and Mohammad Usman. They're running out of overs and time. They need to raise the tempo here. This time on the back foot, played towards the covers. Excellent fielding by Rahul Chopra. Cracking shot from blade of Mohammad Usman. Definitely saving couple of here. Looking good, Mohammad Usman. Made the room for himself. It was traveling like a bullet. Then came the dive. Brilliant effort by Rahul Chopra to save a couple of runs for his team. Both the batter and the bowler are very experienced. Quickly saw that Usman using his feet and bowled towards his leg. Just a single. They need a couple of boundaries. Haider Vasisha, run a ball 22. This is a time that he needs to find an odd boundary for his team. 99 for 4.
Catch it.
Yes, Nasir Aziz, experienced again, ex-UAE cricketer, knows his job, knows his role in the side, and a true fighter. I think very few cricketers I've seen in the domestic circuit who are always ready to give a fight and always want to give their 200%. Nasir Aziz is definitely one of them. Very smart, very thinking cricketer. Again, tons of experience, so he knows what his strengths are. That one was going down the leg side. Will be called a wide. And Mudassir, I feel as a cricketer, it's important that you know your strengths, but it is also even more important to know what your weaknesses are and what your limitations are as a cricketer. Oh, that's kept low, but the impact was outside off. I think that is a very lucky escape for Usman.
Good defense, saving that goal. And it will be interesting to see that replay. 16 gone, 101 for 4.
Let's look at that replay again. I think the umpires want to check that for some reason, whether it's a no ball or not. I think the second bounce was inside the popping crease. The rule says that it has to be outside the popping crease. If it is outside, it will be called a no. And I think it's been called a no anyway. So we'll have to refresh that. But it's going to be a free hit as well. Nasir is not happy. 2 bounces is what he says, the umpire.
Not an easy job to do the umpiring. You need to follow each and every delivery. I missed out. I thought it was over, but clearly some consultation between the leg umpire and the main umpire, and the conclusion is that it's a no ball, a free hit for Fujairah and for Mohammad Usman.
Right, so it is going to be a free hit. And he goes big, he goes free, and he has launched that into the cow corner for a 6. That one ball, that was a good ball, not Nasir Aziz's fault that it kept low, and he has to pay the price nevertheless. It was in the slot, and Usman says, thank you very much, I'm going to hit that over cow corner for 6.
The right time getting that free hit, and this time Mohammad Usman taking the advantage of free hit and sending the ball into the stands towards the mid wicket. What an inning under pressure by the experienced Mohammad Usman. Moves to 48 of just 36 deliveries.
Yes, and I think there's going to be a change of ball. As you can see, the ball is not coming out of that ring that the umpires have as a guide. The ball needs to pass through that ring completely. If it doesn't, that means the ball will have to be changed.
Shoaib, can you please let our viewers and the cricket lovers know what happened exactly on the delivery, why it was called a no ball? Because many of us are confused here.
Well, I think the no ball was clearly because of the double bounce that you can see here. Ball, that was bounce number 1. That's bounce number 2 there. And it is in the rule book that if the ball bounces twice on the pitch, it will be called as a no ball. I think that's the reason why it was called a no ball.
The funny part is they were appealing for the leg before wicket, and all of a sudden they were surprised it was called a no ball. Sharp and very good umpiring by Shami maybe and Akbar. And look at that 6 on the free hit. Looking good tonight with the bat, scoring some runs for his team, Mohammad Usman.
He moves on to 48 of 36 deliveries. Important knock from the experienced Mohammad Usman. 108 on the board for Fujairah. 4 more overs to go after this. They will want to get to 150 at least, if not more. Takes the edge, flies towards the short third. It's Ajmal who will cut that off. And that will bring the over to an end. 16 overs, 109 for 4.
पैर को दूसरा टप्पा लग गया थी नहीं आगे लगा था इधर इधर नासिर अभी भी 4 मिनट पीछे है
Usman on 49 of 37. 1 run away from a well-deserved 50 from this man. As Shiraz Pia will try not to allow... Oh, he takes that single. He will take it finally. And that is a special knock again. One of the 50s that will be remembered in this edition of Fan Code Emirates D20 Mazaplay.net because it was a 50 under pressure. It's not easy for any batter to come out and perform and score runs, but Usman, it looks as if he's a specialist of performing under pressure. Brilliant, brilliant 50 of 38 deliveries.
And that too on a tricky surface, managing those couple of boundaries and couple of maximum. A brilliant half century. Still 23 legal deliveries left in this innings. Is Haider Wasisha on strike. On the back foot, goes towards the mid wicket. This innings, he hardly find boundary. Playing straight towards the fielder. Experienced Shiraz Pia has been brilliant with the new ball.
Yes, just 13 runs in the 3.2 that he has bowled so far. And you can see he as well is one of the players who has improved once he's played franchise cricket. Slower delivery, cut straight to point. Uzair Anis, the man there, bowled that 1 over. 3 runs in 3 deliveries of this over. How many more can Fujairah get? Brilliant partnership, this one. Between Wasi and Usman, a very important knock and a very important partnership of 61 of 47 deliveries.
Nicely bowled and well played by Haider Wasisha. And excellent piece of fielding by Rahul Chopra, coming from the deep, covering couple of yards. One bounce straight into the hands of wicket keeper. Now they need to find couple of boundaries here, and Haider Wasisha, run a ball innings. He needs to raise the tempo here, not taking the advantage of the shorter boundary. Shiraz Pia exceptionally well tonight.
Another slow bouncer. This is good assessment of the pitch. We spoke about that in the previous game as well. It's not easy to bat on this wicket. And if you dig it in short, if you have those variations, it's very difficult for batters to score runs. This is another good over from Shiraz. 5 runs in the 5 deliveries. 1 more ball to go in the over.
And those 3 overs were bowled in the power play against Mohammad Wasim, Rohan Mustafa, Jiju Janardhanan. So it shows the way he bowled tonight. Lots of discipline. Bowling on the right channel. Change in the field. Long on comes up for Haider Vasisha. Fine leg goes back. Brilliant piece of bowling. Back of the length. Cutter delivery. A dot delivery brings end of over number 17. 114 for 4.
One 114 for 4 after 17. Saqib Manshad, the man responsible for Ajman to be in this position. The 3 wickets up front. Good over this one, but started off with a wide. He almost won them the game yesterday, Saqib Manshad, with that last over. I was watching that when I was at home, and it was a really thriller of a game.
A brave cricketer. Got a couple of blows on his both palms, on the right and the left. Still making it into the playing 11. Driven just a single. It shows the character, the heart this lad has. Gave his best in the previous match against Dubai. Unluckily, they lost the match on the very last delivery, that 4 from Ahmad Shafiq. Good to see coming back and performing well.
Saqib Manshad was a part of Fujairah in the previous tournament, and ironical that he's bowling so well against Fujairah. 3 wickets for him.
Wasi on strike. Towards a deep square leg. Comes in Rahul Chopra. Yet again a dive and saves couple of runs. He has been brilliant in the field.
Exceptional. One of the best ground fielding that we've seen today. That ball was running away from Rahul Chopra, and the intent was always there. Never gave up, and diving, watching the ball till the end. Everything right. The basics were in place. Made sure the ball is inside the ropes.
He's like Milkha Singh. He loves to run towards his left, towards his right, in the center of the wicket when he comes for the bat, taking those doubles, singles, always busy.
Yeah, that's right. He's a busy cricketer. That's true. Wanted to play it over fine leg. Last moment, just checks his shot. Akbar Ali says it's going to be a wide. And Saqib Manshad is not happy.
Way outside the off stump. Took his time, then a wide has been called. 5 runs in 2 deliveries. Now they need to take advantage of this over. Anything below 140, the bowlers need to work really hard.
Oh, that's way too wide. The ball is moving away from Wasi, and he just lashes at it. That's gone over point for 4. And Wasi will move into his 30s with that shot. He's getting some movement in the air, Saqib.
I don't understand the tactics of Saqib Manshad. It's a longer boundary on the leg side of Wasisha. You're giving him a width on the off stump and advantage for Wasisha and Fujairah. They got 9 runs in 3 deliveries.
That's much better. Slower this time from Saqib. And the diving Ankur Sangwan will cut that off inside the 30-yard circle. Yes, you're right. With that field placement and the dimensions of the ground, you should be bowling on the pads or on the stumps for Wasi. And outside off for Usman. We'll have to wait and watch whether he does that.
Going for some runs in this over. Saqib Manshad runs in. Goes towards the mid-wicket, finding the gap. Racing towards the fence. An expensive over continues by Saqib Manshad. 4 runs, more runs for Fujairah.
Again, a good shot from Usman. Waiting for that ball. It was a slower delivery. He had to wait and put all the power behind that shot. But what was good was that placement was absolutely perfect in between the two fielders at mid-wicket and long on. And it was hit hard as well. So the ball travelled and no chance for those two fielders. Last ball of the over coming up. Goes full. And will only be a single. That will mean that Usman will keep strike for the next over. 18 overs have been bowled. 129 for 4. So 18 overs, 129 for 4 as Wajid will continue. No more overs for Shiraz as he's completed his 4 overs. First ball, a Yorker length delivery. Usman wants to get back on strike. But Wasi says, there's no chance I can make it back. Goes big towards long on Wasi. This time Usman wants a single. Another run in fact. And sent back by Wasi again. So 131 for 4. Mudassir, how much more can Fujairah get?
So 3 runs in 3 deliveries. Full toss but unable to find the gap. And what an innings it has been by Mohammad Usman. It's Haider Wasisha on strike. And this time connects well. Targeting that mid-wicket. Waited and waited for ages to see this maximum from the blade of Haider Wasisha. Shamim AB at his best doing the Tata Thaya.
Well, yes, the dancing shoes are on for Shamim AB. And so are for Wasi. Because that was a clean hit from this man, the youngster Wasi. 39 of 31. Finally, he gets a move on against Wajid. Slower delivery. He goes big. That's gone high up in the air. Fine leg fielder coming underneath it and takes a simple catch. Shiraz Ahmed. And that will be the end of the innings for Wasi. He was trying to accelerate, just the right thing to do. With 6 wickets in hand, you can do that. After hitting a 6, went for another one, perishes in the process.
Smart piece of bowling, a slower delivery. Well played, young lad. Haider Vasisha walks back, making 39 of 32 deliveries. Fujairah on track, 138 for the loss of 5 wickets. Hamid Khan comes in. Straight away played towards the mid wicket. Quick between the wickets. Brilliant piece of running between the wickets by Hamid Khan and Usman Khan. Mohammad Usman, I beg your pardon. So 11 runs coming from this over and a wicket. It's 140 for the loss of 5 wickets, 19 gone.
एक दो तीन चार पाँच
19 overs, 140 for 5. One more over to go for Fujairah to get to a good total. This one's been played in the gap again. That will go all the way for 4. Beautiful hit from Usman. A full toss. It's not easy to hit those shots, but the kind of form Usman is, the kind of time that he has spent out in the middle, it's working wonders for Fujairah.
Making a statement, Mohammad Usman. A full toss delivery between a long one and mid wicket. Finding those boundaries at the right time. 144 for 5. Saqib, bit expensive in his second spell. This time it was bowled on the off stump, targeting shorter boundary, misses completely. What a recovery here by Fujairah, thanks to that partnership of Mohammad Usman and Haider Vasisha.
Yes, it definitely has worked for Fujairah. They've come out of trouble and they've got to a decent score. Remember, there's no dew out there in the middle, so it's not easy for the batters to bat, and the bowlers will have an advantage. Smacked straight down the ground, straight to the fielder. Ansh Tandon takes a good catch. It was hit flat and it was travelling, but Ansh Tandon, we know how good a fielder he is. He's not going to miss out those. And Saqib gets his 4th wicket as the danger man Usman, trying to accelerate, gives away his wicket. In the slot, wanted to go for it. I think he should have gone straight down the ground. Decides to go towards long on. Just couldn't get the connection right, and Ansh Tandon does the rest. Mohammad Usman walking back after scoring 64. A well-made 64 of 48 deliveries. Fujairah, a 144 for 6. It's Mr. 109 meters, Junaid Siddiqui, who's come out to bat. I think he's got Mohammad Wasim's bat in his hand. That Kookaburra. Or is it? My eyes not that great anymore. Mudassir, can you help me?
It's the blade of Mohammad Wasim. What matters was to put the bat on the ball, and it's Hamid on strike. Well bowled, fifer for Saqib Manshad. Point to prove. Lately pick in the side and delivered at the right time against Fujairah. A slower delivery. Cleans. Hamid Khan going for that big shot, completely misses. Brilliant and exceptional piece of bowling.
Saqib gets that 5th wicket and deserving 5-wicket haul for him as Hamid Khan walks back after scoring 2 of 2. Fujairah now a 145 for 7. One last ball to go, and Maroof Merchant is going to face that ball. Saqib on 5 wickets. Gets a slow delivery. Run out. Run out. I think that's run out. It's a wide delivery, but we'll have to look at that in the replays whether Junaid Siddiqui was home or was he short of his crease. Waiting. They just want to get us a better view of that run out. Yes, frame by frame, slowly and steadily. Yeah, that's out. Junaid Siddiqui will have to run all the way towards the dugout, wide, and it's out as well. $19.5. One more ball to go. Harry Barwal, he's come out to bat. Mudassir. Good.
5 runs. What an over. At one stage before the start of this over, it was looking like they'll go beyond that 150. Considered just a boundary and a single and couple of wickets in this over. For this edition, Fujairah did not pick Saqib Manshad. Ajman picked Saqib Manshad as a replacement just before the start of the tournament, and against his former teammates doing wonders with the ball, Saqib Manshad.
Yes, that's the story of life, isn't it? And case of the X, as my friend Ahmed Khwaja thinks a little bit of vengeance in his bowling. Hit straight to short covers as as Harry Barwal gets off the mark, and it will only be a single. That'll be the end of the innings as Sagar Kalyan will take the ball and give it to the umpire Akbar Ali. End of the innings. First innings is a part of history now, and the final score for Fujairah is 147 for the loss of 7 wickets. What do you think of this total, Mudassir?
Decent total, but they need to put some extra effort in the field, and the bowlers needs to bowl a good line and length. At one stage it was looking they won't go beyond 120, but brilliant partnership between Mohammad Usman and Haider Wasisha, making sure they go past 140. And looking at the surface, I believe 145 and a good fielding, they have a chance here, Fujairah.
So 147 is the score as Ajman will walk out. Now, this is a score that both sides will feel is a good score. Fujairah will feel they can defend it, while Ajman can feel that they can chase it. Right now, it's time for us. Let's quickly look at the highlights first. Yeah, time for us to get and check those highlights in and see how the first innings panned out for Fujairah and for Ajman. It was all about wickets and wickets in that first half. Famdan Tahir falling cheaply to Saqib Manshad, a very good catch by Anis. And then it was a good catch again, the reflex catch from Saqib Manshad of Jiju Janardhan, a short ball that has always been a concern for Rohan Mustafa. Wanted to pull it and found Saqib Manshad as well. Clean bowled was Mohammad Wasim, a runner ball score for him. Got the start, just couldn't capitalize. And then came in Usman and Syed Haider Wasisha. They built a good partnership, made sure the scoreboard was ticking. The singles were coming in, and it was not a good, easy wicket to bat on, but they still managed to get decent runs for themselves and for Fujairah. Saqib Manshad came in the second spell and was a little expensive when it came to that over where there were quite a few runs taken off his bowling. But then he got that wicket of Hamid and got the 5-wicket haul as well in the process. Time for us to head into a short break. When we are back, we'll bring that second innings for you. So stay tuned and we'll be back after a short break.
रश है नस नस में लगे कुछ नहीं अब बस में उठने वाला है एक तूफान जूतों की फीते लगे कसने बूम जब चलेगा बल्ला मचेगा हल्ला मचेगा शोर मैं कैच पकड़ना मैच छलक जाए हाथ से बॉय बाजी मार जा चाहे शारजा चाहे दुबई मैं तान में और जान लगा और कर दे दबाई get up and keep on moving get up and hit that shot get up don't stop the music होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे बॉल करा ऐसी देखे पूरा अबू धाबी जो फेस करे रन चेस करे तो करे खराबी हड़कान किसी न चेहरे पे न फिक्र जरा भी हमार गिरती चाल शेर सी ठाठ नवाबी best of the best you know put the best to the test you know lights are bright जैसे हो रहा cricket festival get up and keep on moving get up and hit that shot get up don't stop the music होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे हल्ला
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20 2022, powered by FanCode. Match number 14 in progress. Fujairah v Ajman. And Fujairah, having been put into bat first by Ajman, have posted a score of 147 for 8 in their allotted 20 overs. Mohammad Usman with the sparkling 50. Wasi Shah supported him well. And Saqib Munshid, ex-Fujairah fast bowler, with a fantastic fifer, putting the men in purple in a pretty ideal position. It's not a big score to chase, but they'll certainly need to show some quality against a high-powered Fujairah bowling attack. Joining me in the comm box for the first passage of play, it's going to be AB Abid Ibrahim. Good evening, Abid.
Thank you very much, AZ. Good evening to you and all our viewers. And exciting game. Yes, slight bit of a low total, 148 to chase for Ajman, but that would not be quite easy because they have a couple of hurdles before that. One, there is no dew coming in. The conditions does not favor the batters. And number two, they have Junaid Siddiqui today playing in for Fujairah. Yeah, there you go. That's your man against Wajid Khan. First delivery.
Pitched up and driven to mid-off. Wajid Khan will get off the mark with a gentle single. And joining him as his opening partner is Sagar Kalyan, suffering from a left ankle injury. He's been very unlucky in the tournament as well with a few dismissals, but he's still fighting it out there for the men in purple. Can he get going tonight?
And also, I think that there is an over workload on him as well. So today, he had to keep the wickets as well with that kind of the ankle injury if he has any.
Yeah, let's see how it affects his batting. Deep third and deep square leg. Nicely glided, but straight to that backward point. Bit of a misfield. They ran on it and they'll make it through. So he's finally off 0. So that will allow him to breathe a little bit.
I just want to bring my point up here on the table. Too early, maybe, easy, but I think both these players are match winner for their team. Sagar Kalyan and Wajid Khan. One of them, if sticks around, Ajman will get those 2 points.
100%. They will make mincemeat of this target of 148. Attacking players, 6 hitters, power play specialists. They love to counter-attack, but this is Junaid Siddiqui. In the air, just short of that mid-wicket fielder. They will pick up one.
Well, if Ajman wins this game, it will not only favoring the rest of the teams, but it will open the door for the entire tournament. We'll be having that kind of impactful tournament where every team would love to get the points and net run rate as well.
Absolutely. Especially with the Blues defeating Sharjah. If Ajman can get one over Fujairah, that will make it a very, very tight contest in the second half of the D20. Upish. There is a deep square leg settling underneath it. And he's gone. Hamid Khan takes the catch. Junaid Siddiqui picks up the wicket. And Sagar Kalyan departs once again for a low score. That's a big blow to Ajman.
Yeah, that's what they were looking for, the early breakthrough. And if not Junaid Siddiqui, then who else will provide you? That is no feet movement from the batter. Sagar Kalyan wanted to heave it from where he was standing, and a simple catch in the end for Hamid Khan. It's a first wicket. First blood has been drawn. Ajman loses first wicket. Sagar Kalyan taking a walkout, scoring 1 of 2. It's 3 for 1.
Center here. 2 to come.
New batter in is Dawood Ijaz. Classy, stylish player. Got some runs in the previous match, so he'll be feeling better about himself. Oh, brute of a delivery from Junaid Siddiqui. Look at that swing and bounce. That's why he is a UAE level bowler, not just domestic stuff. Look at that. Wonderful seam presentation and that extra lift off the surface.
Yeah, look at the keeper's collection there, Hamdan Tahir. Yeah. And at the slips code, and you find Triple J, Jiju Janardhanan.
Well, is he double J or triple J? We have to ask him. Only he can decide. I like to call him triple J like you, but he's also known as double J.
Yeah.
Oh, stepped away very late. What happened there? Perhaps some movement behind the side screen. Shami may be reluctantly giving it a dead ball.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of a problem with his helmet. Apologies straight away. And there you go, Junaid Singh. I thought that he might be making room to hit me over.
And there you can see the Fujairah lads. Plenty of banter, plenty of smiles. Another ex-teammate is Dawood Ijaz.
Yeah, they play along, and now look at that. Now definitely there is some interesting conversation going on, and this
Well,
conversation.
I can hear them in my headphones, but I can't repeat them. A lot of well, let's move on. 3 for 1. Final delivery of the over. 148 the target. Oh, off the hip. Pacey delivery. Will that be given as runs or buys? Let's take a look. It's been given as runs, so Dawood Ijaz is underway. 4 for 1. Akifullah Raja steaming in. Oh, how did that miss the sticks? He was expecting the outswinger, but it nipped in off the surface, Abid.
Whispered the stumps there. Very good delivery from Akifullah. Was wondering, as we were, so close, very close to the stumps. Yeah, very good, handy fast bowler, aggressive, and that economy is very decent.
He's part of the Dubai Capitals in the ILT20. Got a lot of pace and bounce about him. Combative fast bowler. Nicely played, solidly behind that. Where was Wajid Khan going? Dawood Ijaz was not interested in any run whatsoever.
It's been a while for Wajid to be on a strike. I think that's the reason he's hurrying in to get into the batting end.
And of course, we have Junaid Siddiqui of Fujairah. He's going to be playing for the Sharjah Warriors. There you can see the dignitaries from the Fujairah state side watching their men in action, the men in green. Oh, that struck him very straight and given. That's a huge blow to Team Ajman. Akif Raja gets Dawood.
This time he's got him trapped in front with a beautiful delivery. Maybe that ball keeping bit low there, and then batter made the mistake. The only mistake he made is tried to play across the line. It is gone a big wicket falling down here for Ajman. They are also having sluttering start as Fujairah. There's something on this surface which is not allowing the top scorers to run freely. He scored 105 deliveries. It's 4 for 2 Ajman.
Rahul Raghubir Chopra, the new batter in at 4. Oh, extra bounce. Akif Raja is really sprinting in at the crease here now.
Now, for a reason, we call this is a competitive tournament. Look at that. You have to face the quality bowlers, and that's where you get exposed. You might score a lot of runs in other leagues happening around the country, but this is the state tournament.
Oh, absolutely. This is 100 of the best cricketers in the... Nicely tucked away by Rahul Chopra. He's a man in prime form.
Indeed. And always in crisis as well. When he walks in, the team is having a lot of trouble. 2 down or 3 down. Not much runs on board. But this man has a role to play. A key role for Wajid Khan. And now he's naturally an aggressive batter. But today he might need to differentiate and maybe need to play a little different role. Maybe something like Mohammad Usman did for Team Fujairah.
Oh, it's a top edge. Backward point settles and he's dropped it, Jiju. Well, how costly will that dropped catch be? He looks very embarrassed.
And there was nothing to be blamed on. Jiju Janardhan, safe hands in the outfield, drops that easy one. It's 5 for 2, Ajman.
Well, it's all happening at the Dubai International. Runs, wickets and dropped catches. Topsy-turvy game in progress. Fujairah fighting to defend a score of 147. And Ajman have been rocked early by Junaid Siddiqui and Akif Raja. Beautiful back cut, but good fielding. Well, Jiju is still in that short backward point position. But please explain this one to me, Abid Ibrahim.
Well, first of all, Wajid need to explain what was that shot for and see that simple catch, easy one. With one eye closed, you can hell it.
And you cannot blame the Ring of Fire. It's the best lighting system in the world. No shadows, no glare. And Jiju, you can see he's still thinking about that catch. How costly will it be? Pulling on the front foot. That's not easy to do against a class bowler like Junaid Siddiqui.
If Wajid getting an opportunity and he's a match winner, he need to show his class. I think there is nothing better opportunity than availing that chance. This man doesn't drop many. And if he does, oh, look at that. He's still thinking about that previous drop.
They still have Ansh Tandon to come after this, but not too much in the lower middle order. So a lot depends on this pair. Off cutter this time. Hint of extra bounce. And how do you score runs against a bowling attack of Akif Raja, Junaid Siddiqui, Rohan Mustafa, Harry Barwal? All 4 outstanding bowlers.
Yeah, it's almost the international level bowling that you're talking about. Akif and Junaid, they pair up for the national side as well. Rohan Mustafa is also definitely the national side when he's bowling his spin. And Harry Balwal is a special talent, unplayable he is, especially when he's playing in Dubai.
Oh, beautiful outswinger once again. Got him squared up. Yeah, Harry Barwal, arguably the best bowler in the tournament so far. Every match he's been unplayable.
And he's picked up wickets, he's contained runs, and he knows the mantra. Bowl slow in the air. And he's very good at drifting and turning ball away, and at the same time he's very good when he bowls those arm bowls which comes in with the arm.
Yeah, true classical left arm spinner. Slightly wide this time. Rahul Chopra still searching to find the middle of his bat. But they have created early pressure. That's exactly what the Fujairah think tank would have wanted.
Yeah, there you go. I was just wondering if that's wide. Yeah, I can understand off target completely from the bowler, but Rahul Chopra, no feet movement at all. Faced 6 deliveries, scored 1 run only.
Very watchful indeed. He knows the match depends on him. Nicely punched, but straight to backward point. Rohan Mustafa fielding in that region. He always loves to have fun out there in the middle.
Yeah, he's a character. I tell you, he brings the different energy altogether. Meanwhile, we were talking about Harry Barwal. There you go. He's your man.
Well, I love his bowling, but his haircut is absolutely awful.
Not so sure which barber he went to.
Yeah, not a very good one. Maybe a blind one. Oh, in dipper this time. Sensational bowling, Junaid Siddiqui. 6 for 2. Akif Raja. Not happy with that wide. Big exclamation there. But they're getting that swing under light, so that indicates, like you mentioned, there's not much dew out there, Abid.
And the ball will grip because the wicket is a bit slow there. A bit of a challenge for the fast bowlers. They need to pick up the lines properly. If they bowl slightly here and there, they can be punished. If they bowl right onto the money, I tell you, they have plenty of chances to pick a wicket. Wajid is certainly someone who has the game.
Pulled away just in front of Wasim at mid-on. He went for the catch and missed, and the ball has gone for 4.
Well, I would not blame Wasim there. That was the option. Attacking is the strategy. Wasim has given it all. If you can just pull out that wicket of Wajid, you can push Ajman onto the back foot.
I just spliced it and he never really got there. Great effort, Wasim. We've already seen him take a stunning catch in the opening day of D20. So well within his rights. And Wajid Khan just throwing his bat at everything now.
Akifullah doesn't seem to be happy here. I think to bowl Wajid, the ideal situation would be to have that fine leg behind and get him out on his strength, not on his weakness. Keep that fine leg behind and bowl him over the stumps with the indicus shot, and he'll pull and might hit you one.
This time he goes downtown. Sweet connection. Couple of bounces and over the ropes. If you pitch the ball up to Wajid Khan, he will always go straight. And more often than not, he connects well.
Solid shot. That will give him confidence. Look at that. Not too full, but just around there. Which can come nicely onto the willow. Wajid played smartly. Straight down the ground. That's the area where he should be. Especially when this wicket making a lot of seam up. If you seam it up, it's moving around. So the ball is new, the better to play straight as much as you can.
Now he's more relaxed at the crease, just gliding it down to deep third for 1. He just needs a couple of boundaries to get his juices flowing, get that confidence.
I tell you, that's ticking time bomb, Wajid Khan. A match winner, I'm telling you, he can win you the games if he gets settled.
And he's brilliant against spin. As long as he's there, Harry Barwal will be worried because he strikes the ball big and straight down the ground. And he will counter-attack for sure. Beautiful punch. Very still at the crease. Rahul Chopra, he's concentrating really hard.
Playing a lot slow here. Yeah. I've lost 2 wickets. It's been only one end which is firing up and bringing runs. It's Wajid Khan. Rahul Chopra is at the other end who faced 9 deliveries to score 1 run.
And they've certainly studied him because they're not giving him room outside off. He loves that cut shot. And they're bowling absolutely straight within the sticks. He doesn't like to flick the ball through mid-wicket. Steady over from Akif Raja. 16 for 2. Lofted and taken. Well, Rohan Mustafa strikes. Wajid Khan, just a loss of concentration. I think he forgot there was a long on-fielder there. And it's gone straight down the throat of Wasim. A huge blow to Ajman.
And it took only 1 delivery for the experienced Rohan Mustafa to take the left-hander out of the occasion. Look at that. Left-hander wanted to charge Rohan. He was in no position to play that lofted shot. And a man like Mohammad Wasim takes those catches in the breakfast. 16 for 3, Ajman. It's Ajman who's struggling.
So another wicket thrown away by Ajman. In comes Ansh Tandon. And now it's becoming a very steep hill to climb for the men in purple. It's only a target of 148. Decent numbers for Ansh Tandon, but that strike rate needs to improve. Yet to make a 50 in D20, so tonight is the perfect opportunity. Rohan Mustafa striking on his very first ball. And they're running out of batters now. It's becoming slightly more difficult. And we're yet to see the likes of Harry Barwal come into the game. Solidly behind that is Ansh Tandon. Technically correct player. Elegant. Easy on the eye. And that's a good shot. Getting to the pitch of the ball and punching it down the ground for a single.
Well, Rohan would certainly enjoy bowling against the left-handers. Since he's picked up a wicket on his very first delivery, he's got rid of the man who was scoring runs, Wajid Khan. And it was really a danger man departed for Ajman. Now they really need to bring their best game out of the lot to win this game.
Very watchful Rahul. 1 of 11. You can see he knows that this run chase depends entirely on his blade and his performance. Oh, an in-swinger from Rohan. Change in the grip. Just got it wrong.
Yeah, seam up delivery there. You saw that ball doing some movement, almost a medium pacer there, Rohan Mustafa.
Yeah, that was his imitation of Jimmy Anderson. Look at that seam pointed towards fine leg. And this time the off break. So he's got all the tricks.
Yeah, it's naturally comes in with the experience, with the amount of cricket he played around the world.
Well, I'm very surprised to see he's not wearing his signature number 88. How did they make him take 90?
Yeah, he's still wondering, yeah. Just flick on the own side, maybe trying to get 2 years younger.
Yeah, you're not fooling anyone, Ronnie. 19 for 3 at the end of 5. So here comes double J or triple J, Jiju Janardhanan, whichever you prefer. And he needs to make amends for that drop catch.
Well, I think he'll be relieved to see the back of Wajid more than anyone else, because all those runs were going in his count, but since he's put down that easy one, and now still very attacking field on there. We've got a deep square leg, and we've got the horizontal extra cover back.
Yeah, they've done a fabulous job in the power play, picked up early wickets and kept a lid on the scoring. So all of the pressure is on Team Ajman right now.
Well, I just couldn't make it. What is this field set for? A batter like Rahul. Just solidly behind, now playing a lot slow here. Rahul Chopra need to do little better than this. The problem is you're not rotating the strike.
Yeah, he's really working hard. More of a red ball knock at the moment. That will finally get him off strike.
He's just scoring 2 runs here, not enough certainly out of 16 deliveries. 3 runs, pardon me. He scored, but out of 17 deliveries, he should look for these singles. I don't think so. It's very difficult, even if you convert these 70s into singles. But forget about the full number of balls that you played, and you can take singles. But if you would have done half, would have been around 10 runs by now.
Yeah, you cannot go completely in your shell. You still have to show positive intent, because then the opposition will realize you're playing just to save your wicket, and they'll push you more and more against the wall. And that will create problems. Yeah, that's the good intent from Ansh, looking to drive that ball, but seeing it's too close and just gently tapping it down. You can always drop and run for an easy single.
Tell me any shot on the textbook he cannot play. Ansh Tandon, he's got a complete shots. He can play all 360. What a talent he is. Young man, super fit.
Yeah, he has a very bright future ahead of him for sure. He's got all the goods. Nicely tucked towards square leg, and he'll keep the strike. 21 for 3 at the end of power play. Let's take a look at the highlights of the power play then. It was all about the men in green. Junaid Siddiqui getting Sagar Kalyan with a very poor shot. Good catch at deep square by Hamid Khan. And then it was Dawood Ijaz. Another poor shot playing across the line to Akif Raja, plumb in front. And this was a brilliant attempt by Wasim. Went all in for the catch, just missed. But Wajid Khan didn't make them wait long. This was a good looking punch down the ground. At that stage we thought, hang on, Wajid Khan is going to play a blinder of an innings. And then a very soft dismissal. There was only two fielders outside the ring and one of them was a long on. And he found him with perfection to lose his wicket. Harry Barwal into the attack immediately after power play.
Yeah, there you go, immediately. He was due to come in, but still the left-hander is on a strike. Ansh Tandon between the umpires. Well, he's got a solid defense, very stylish. He's got all the shots that you want a batter to have. He can play all around the ground as well. But one thing is lacking, that runs under his belt.
Very, very true. Cannot agree with you more. Oh, straight to the fielder. Oh, the throw was just off target. Thankfully, Ansh is very quick between the wickets and made it in time.
Very good. Responded to his partner there. Rahul wanted to run, and though it was a Ansh's call because he was running at the danger end.
Yeah, running between the wickets has been an issue for Ajman. Cannot afford any lost wickets, especially a run out at this stage of the game. They're hanging on by a thread. Nice pull through wide-ish mid-wicket. Only going to be one. Plenty of protection on the leg side for Harry Barwal. I think Harry Barwal, Saqib Manshid, Colonel Zahid, perhaps the three outstanding bowlers of the tournament for me.
Yeah, indeed. Got a lot of wickets. And he bowls that quicker one. Managed to get a dot ball here, but I think the idea should be to flight the ball in the air. And this young man is yet to come to bowl as well. Maruf Merchant.
Well, I can barely recognize him. He's grown like a weed. I haven't seen him for a few, maybe 6 or 8 months, and he looks completely transformed.
I don't know what these young boys eat nowadays. They're getting taller.
Taller and bigger than us, that's for sure. Oh, struck on the pad, but there was an inside edge. Genuine turn there for Harry Barwal.
And that's what you need to do. You need to flight the ball in the air. That's what... It's a left-hander who's struggling against Harry. Imagine the amount of turn he's getting.
So in comes Rohan Mustafa. Already a wicket to his name. I'm really fascinated to see Maruf Merchant, how he goes about it. There is spin on offer here. So he should enjoy these conditions, Abid.
How very crucial his 4 overs would be. He's young, he's a tall man now. And in just span of 6 months, he's grown a lot.
Yeah, we can't call him a young boy anymore. He's taller than us. We'll have to say, yes, Maruf sir. Fantastic lad, super talented. And he bowls wonderful leg spin, picks up truckloads of wickets. Good punch there from Ansh, but once again, is that ability to find the gaps, rotate the strike, which sometimes he's lacking.
I think the only worry is that they're not finding singles. Forget about the boundaries, the doubles. I'm talking about the singles. That kind of a pressure has been built by Team Fujairah. Their bowlers, their fielders, doing an exceptional work.
Just nudged into mid-wicket. Even that could have been stopped. Only one fielder in the ring, but he's enough sometimes. It's been a very watchful batting effort from Rahul and Ansh so far.
Rohan Mustafa Hadi's in his over. Now there you go. Tried to bowl a quicker one and goes into the gap, gets 4 runs. That 4 maybe bring a break off the shackles.
Attempted bouncer there from Rohan. Got it completely wrong. And slapped over extra cover by Rahul Chopra. He really stepped into that one. Absolutely no chance for the long off. And another nice looking push. So he's slowly but surely finding the middle of his bat. Another steady over comes to an end.
थोड़ा सामने हो
Well, Harry Barwal into his attack now. I could still hear with my stump mics that Wasim wants these batters to play aggressive so that he can pick up another wicket. The plan seems to be very simple from Wasim. He wants them to charge and pick up wicket.
Steps out and takes it on the full. Not quite connecting cleanly there, Rahul Chopra. But yes, as long as he's there at the crease, even Mohammad Wasim knows Ajman is in the game.
Bit too slow there. Losing 3 wickets now. Current run rate is just 3.7 and the required has climbed over 10 runs and over. And I think at these conditions, that's a bit too much.
Sweeping that away, but once again, not finding the gap. Yeah, already into double figures, the required run rate. And they have to face Maroof Merchant as well. Junaid Siddiqui, Akif Raja, Rohan Mustafa all have overs left in their kitty. So it's going to be a tough challenge. Oh, almost got the splice of the bat there. Harry has only conceded 3 runs in 10 deliveries.
I think Ajman would be a bit relieved that they crossed 15 runs barrier.
Well, that's not very nice of you, Abid. I'm sure Nasser Aziz will have an issue with you. Forcing shot off the back foot. They're going to push for 2 here. No chance. No chance. Junaid Siddiqui's got a rocket arm.
Playing too slow there, not helping the cause. When you want to win the game, you should have the intent. One end should fire up. It's high time now for one of these batters need to take a charge here. Yes, you're 3 wickets down, but you can still fancy your chances.
Most certainly. Once again, another tight over from Harry Barwal. 32 for 3 at the end of 9. Well, a Dafa News fun fact for you. Sir Jack Hobbs holds the record for the most first-class centuries at 199 in his 834 first-class matches, scoring a colossal 61,760 runs at an average of over 70. Well, those are some mind-boggling numbers. Outside edge. Short third giving chase. And Maroof will just pull it in by the barest of margins.
just made it. They pulled 3 runs here. He certainly saved a single. Now look at that. Just got that towards the third, and the third was well away with it.
Squeezed away to point. Well, now at least they're picking up the singles and doubles regularly. The second half of this run chase will be mighty interesting. 8 of 16 for Ansh Tandon. Oh, Apesh. Just gripping the surface there.
That's what he's there for, Rohan Mustafa. Bowling his third. Already a big wicket to his name. This one driven beautifully towards the cover. They'll at least take 2. Maybe a bit of dew now coming in.
Well, that could be something that helps them, because they certainly need somebody to get them on track. 12 of 25 for Rahul Chopra. Very watchful innings. But now he's slightly looking to open up. He's taking the singles freely at least now.
Yeah, they need to really start scoring runs from here onwards. It's only the upwards. And they need to score 10 runs and over.
Rohan Mustafa. Always the practical joker. Wonderful stuff. Oh, good stop on his bowling. Well, 38 for 3 at the halfway stage. That is time for a drinks break, and we'll hand it over to Shoaib Ahmed and Mohammad Rashid to take you through to the conclusion of this game.
एक रश है नस नस में लगे कुछ नहीं अब बस में उठने वाला है एक तूफान जूतों की फीते लगे कसने बूम जब चलेगा हल्ला मचेगा शोर भाई कैच पकड़ना मैच छलक जाए हाथ से बॉय बाजी मार जा चाहे शारजा चाहे दुबई मैदान में और जान लगा और कर दे दबाई get up and keep on moving get up and hit that shot get up don't stop the music होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे हल्ला 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 होने रे बॉल करा ऐसी देखे पूरा आबू धाबी जो फेस करे रन चेस करे तो करे खराबी हड़कान किसी न चेहरे पे न फिकर जरा भी हमार गिरती चाल शेर सी ठाठ नवाबी best of the best you know but the best of the test you know lights are bright जैसे हो रहा cricket festival get up and keep on moving get up and hit that shot get up.
Well, it's the ILT20 UAE's very own Premier League. It's going to start on the 13th of January. And when I say Premier, I mean Premier sides, Premier players, and a lot of exciting matches. 6 teams, as you can see on your screens, will take on against each other. And that's going to start on the 13th of January. But the focus right now is on this game between Fujairah and Ajman. It's going to be a low-scoring thriller. Not easy to bat on. As you can see, Fujairah is making a fight out of this game. As Hari Barwal, what a spell this has been. 4 runs in 2 overs. Comes around the wicket. Flighted turn. A lot of turn on that occasion. And hence Chopra gets the time to get back into the crease. The throw from Hamdan Tahir will allow them to go for the single. Joining me in the comm box is, for the first time in the day, Mohammad Rashid. Rashid, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Shoaib. A low-scoring thriller, as you mentioned.
Yes, and you can say that you missed me because I missed you. And it's good to be back sharing the com box, especially in this game.
Certainly, I did miss you throughout the day. Talk about that ILT T20 starting on the 13th of January. I've got my dancing shoes out.
Well, I'm sure we're going to do Halla Halla. And I'm sure you'll be closely following that tournament.
Most certainly. I've got my eyes on a team I want to follow because of the set of players they're employing.
And quite a few UAE players, UAE stars will be a part of that great tournament. Meanwhile, Harry Barwal, he's continuing to get some turn on the wicket. Very unusual at this time of the day.
Absolutely, and we were expecting some dew. So was Nasser Aziz, hence he chose to bowl first, but that is not the case.
There's no dew, and you can see how happy Harry Barwal is to bowl on a wicket which is dry and which is getting some purchase, some turn, and he's able to grip the ball as well. So that 148 target, Rashid looks like a 160, 165 on this wicket.
Or even more than that. I would say it looks like a 200 target. And talk about Harry Barwal. What an inclusion he has been. Coming in late into the side. A replacement for Umair Ali Khan, I'm told. But what an impact he's been making to the side.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think this tournament belongs to the players who've been replaced at the last moment. Saqib Manshad, Harry Barwal. All are doing wonders for their sides. End of the over, another successful over. The pressure building on Ajman. 11 overs have been bowled, 42 for 3. Eleven overs, 42 for 3. 35 dots in 11 overs.
So almost 6 overs as dots. So they've got their runs in that 4 overs. 5, beg your pardon.
Testing your math at this time of the day. Jiju Janardhan starts off with a wide. Quicker shot and down the leg side.
Well, Ansh Tandon showing some intent there. Obviously, they're running behind that required run rate. Fujairah at this stage was 70 for the loss of 4 wickets. And Ajman, I feel they need a miracle here.
It's not going to be easy. That's what we had expected in the first innings. Without the dew, it's going to be a lot more favourable for the spinners.
Well, if you need to learn how to bat on this wicket, you need to see that Mohammad Usman innings today.
Very well said. I think that is a proper guide, a manual, that innings on how to play in tricky situations. And especially under pressure when you're 4 down, you come out, you bat. That is the class of Mohammad Usman. Going down the leg side again, not able to get that line right. Left hand, right hand combination. Jiju, predominantly an outswing bowler, gets that ball to move away from the right-hander. He's getting that swing, but not the right delivery for a left-handed batter there.
Persisting on that leg stump. And Ansh, I think, doing the right thing, leaving them rather than just guiding them for a single. They wouldn't mind all those extras, Team Ajman.
Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. That is what he was trying to get. This time he gets it right, just the right length, and that inward movement in the air has brought that wicket of Ansh Tandon trying to accelerate. He will have to walk back now. Another wicket falls. Ajman in some trouble.
Frustration showing there. Ansh trying to get that scoring rate up, but a very good delivery there by Jiju. And that's what the delivery was trying in the previous balls as well, but not getting that line right. Ansh gone for a laborious 11 of 23 deliveries. Ajman 4 down for the score at 46.
Pani, pani.
46 for 4. 11.2 overs. Mohammad Ajmal is the man in. Again, let's get back to that point, the talking point. After this, 4 matches, 53 runs for him, for Ajmal. Gets that movement way outside off from Jiju. That approach, Rashid, that has been a problem. And after that first innings, we all felt Ajman will find it difficult. And we also felt that there's only one man who can play a steady knock, and this is that man on your screens, Rahul Chopra. He's got the temperament that is needed in a run chase. But other than that, the others have just come and gone.
Certainly, and that is the right word you've used, temperament. That was what was the key point in Mohammad Usman and Wasi Shah's inning. That partnership where they had the perfect temperament, complementing each other. And another good thing in that partnership was that the rotation of strike was on spot. And they were not letting those dot balls pile up.
Yes, and also a very fair observation from Mudassir, saying that he's got this special ability, Mohammad Usman, of assessing the conditions well. So he knew how the pitch was behaving. He knew that it's not a 160 wicket. And they've managed to get a very good score. It's a par score on this wicket, 148. And that is because he assessed the conditions early and planned his innings accordingly.
Certainly, very observing Mudassir Ali. But having said that, I think they have got a good team. They've got certain roles set for each batsman.
So true.
So when Rohan Mustafa and Mohammad Wasim were playing, they went for their shots. They went with intent. And when they assessed that this was not that kind of a wicket, Mohammad Usman changed his game plan.
That's right. And also, when you have somebody like Mohammad Usman waiting in the ranks, you have that free hand at the top where you can actually try and counter-attack the bowling. That's what Rohan Mustafa did, and so did Wasim. 12 overs have been bowled, 48 for 4.
भाई सामने लेना फैन को
12 overs, 48 for 4. Pressure on Ajman. Quicker, flatter from Harry Barwal. 3 overs, just 7 runs. Look at those numbers. It's not a test match. This is a T20 game.
Unbelievable numbers there. We don't even get those in test match right now.
Yeah, unless you're playing in Pakistan, of course. And against England. Catch it is the call, but I think that's been played well. Placement is key, and that has been placed in the vacant area over extra cover. Chopra continues the fight, and so are the hopes alive for Ajman in this game.
Certainly, till the time this man is on the wicket, I think they still have their hopes. Look at that, very good shot. Reached up to the pitch of the ball and hit it through the line. Didn't try to go across the line.
And again, I think he was anticipating the slower delivery. The first ball was flatter. He knew that this one will get a lot more air, and he was ready to step down the track. Excellent batting. Another flight hit, goes for the reverse, plays it over the point fielder, Maroof. And he just lost sight of the ball, and that will go and cross the ropes and kiss the ropes. Back-to-back boundaries for Rahul Chopra, and this is an exciting battle between the two.
The lone wolf in the jungle, Rahul Chopra. And he's trying to get as many runs as possible. Probably trying to get that deficit down and make sure they don't get hit on their run rate.
Yes, very important. It's already almost 13, 12.2. 4.48 is the current run rate, so they needed that desperately. Nicely played again, drilled straight down the ground, in fact towards covers. Playing along the ground, that is what is important. And takes a single. 9 runs already in the 4 deliveries.
Certainly, and I think talking about Harry Barwal, a certain Ahmed Shafiq has also caught my eye. He's been bowling really well for Dubai, and so has Harry Barwal.
They have a competition. I mean, both are competitors for that left-handed bowler segment, and we've got quite a few. I was discussing this with Mudassir. I think the talent when it comes to left-arm spinners is immense. We've got Nilanj Keswani, Rahul Bhatia, Harry Barwal, Ahmed Shafiq, Ankur Sangwan, Zubair from Abu Dhabi. So every team has a left-arm spinner, at least one, and all of them are doing well.
Certainly well pointed out there. A lot of competition. Trying to sweep that Rahul Chopra. We'll come back to this left-hand, right-hand combinations after this over. At the end of 13 overs, Ajman 58 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Thirteen balls, 58 for 4. 90 needed of 42. Oh, another good delivery. He's got that away movement in the air, Jiju.
And that extra bounce as well. And Jiju, class act. Well, Shoaib, we were talking about those left-arm spinners. One skill I've been missing throughout this tournament is a good off spinner. I haven't seen many.
Yeah, let's put you in a quiz, a mini quiz, and not a lot is happening at the ground. This one's been played, but straight to the fielder. They need a lot of boundaries, and by the time we get that, let's quickly put a quiz for Rashid. What is the first name that comes to your mind when you think about an off spinner? Quickly.
Rohan Mustafa.
He's not a spinner. He's more of a fast bowler. But yeah, we'll qualify that. And the second?
Pierre Riaz.
Pierre Riaz is also...
I would have taken my name, but I'm not playing.
You're not in the list. You're not in the list, my friend. 13.2 overs, 89. Well, I'll be honest. For me, one name that comes to my mind when we think about an off-spinner and who's not playing in the Emirates D20, surprisingly, after Mohammad Rashid, is Intizar Ali. I think he's one of the best off-spinners that I have seen in the domestic circuit. I am not sure why he's not playing, but if you talk about off-spinners, I think we're definitely missing somebody like Intizar.
Or Shahnawaz. That is another name that comes to your mind.
Oh yes, Shahnawaz as well. Quite a few names not apart. Oh, meanwhile, Jiju says, don't talk about off spinners, talk about outswinging fast bowlers, because my name is right there at the top. Jiju Janardhanan gets that wicket of Ajmal, and Ajman are losing the plot here.
Certainly, JJ bowling to a plan, and look at that swing he's gotten. Is that reverse swing, Shoaib? Talk us through that.
No, I just think that it's the swinging delivery. It's also got some bat onto it, and then it crashed onto that leg stump. Nothing short from Mohammad Ajmal. 3 of 6 as the nightmare continues for Ajman. 60 for 5. Jiju Janardhanan continues. Chipped it. Nasir Aziz, the veteran, comes in.
Nasir Aziz comes to our mind, and he comes to the wicket.
Yes, he does. He does. He comes out at a situation more often than not when Ajman are in dire straits. At the wicket, the edge, and then onto the stumps. JJ strikes. He couldn't perform with the bat, and now he's contributing with the ball.
An all-round cricketer, JJ. He does make an impact somehow.
Again, chipped. Clearly, the ball not coming onto the bat nicely. And it's got a tennis ball bounce that Asif Khan mentioned.
Spongy and sticky wicket here. But I think they've read the conditions really well. Team Fujairah, they're batting accordingly. And then the bowling as well was up to the mark with a plan in place.
Yes, I don't mind such wickets where there is a challenge for batters and they have to bring all their experience and skill to get runs. I think sometimes it's a refreshing change compared to a wicket which is flat and the ball comes onto the bat and the ball is flying all around the park. I enjoy this contest where there is a bit of a challenge for the batters.
Certainly, you look like someone who enjoys getting wickets more than getting hit for sixes.
Oh yes, and Rohan Mustafa, the off-spinner, comes in and bowls a flat delivery on the pads. Chopra strikes because it was an easy delivery on the pads, a gift from Rohan Mustafa. And Chopra says it's early Christmas.
I take my name back, which I said. Rohan Mustafa does not come to my mind.
Well, you can't take the skill that he has. Of course, he is an exceptional bowler, Rohan. And especially in the death overs, I enjoy his bowling because he's very consistent with those Yorkers. He was trying to bowl a Yorker, but he missed that length.
Certainly a nightmare for the batters, I think. Brilliant bowler in his own. I'm just kidding with him, and I'm sure he'll take it lightly.
And I'm not sure about that. Expect a call from him. There he goes, another short ball, short and wide. Not a great ball. And Chopra, again, he knows what Rohan is thinking. He was expecting that ball in the previous over as well. And this time he's waiting for it. Plays it over point for 4 more.
Rahul Chopra anticipating really well. I think he spent quite a bit of time on the wicket. And now he's read it well. And he's playing according to the field.
And Rohan strikes. You can't keep him away. You can't keep him out of the game. And there you go, the celebration.
Missing his partner in crime, Umair Ali Khan. And I think invisibly he sees him.
Yeah, I think he's doing that for him as well. Chopra, who was looking good and dangerous now, just starting to tee off, has given a simple catch to short third. Didn't have to move an inch. Maroof takes a simple catch, and that's the end of the innings for Rahul Chopra. 36 of 42, Ajman, 72 for 6.
थोड़ा इधर नहीं ऊपर चोट देनी चाहिए आराम ऊपर पास रखो पासा छोटे ऊपर आना प्लीज
72 for 6. Saqib Manshad is the new man in. And now he bowls that off spinner to the left-handed batter.
Well, as soon as that off spinner sees a left-hander, he starts getting that drift, he starts getting that break, like most of the off spinners do. I know a certain Mohammad Rashid who can do that.
And Mohammad Rashid is on a roll. Rashid calling Rashid. And that's the end of the over. 10 runs, first 2 deliveries, and then a wicket and a few dot balls. That is the character, the fighter that Rohan Mustafa is. 15 overs, 72 for 6.
For a change in the bowling and a change in the comp box, I've got my friend Abdur Rahman and Maroof, a leg spinner. Abdur Rahman, welcome.
Thank you so much, Mohammad Rashid. Well, you were going on about off spinners and how good they are. This is the sight for me. Tall leg spinner, very young Maroof Merchant. 18 wickets in the D20 career. Look at that economy rate of 5.47.
Very talented bowler, Maroof. I remember one of the games in sevens, he picked up a fifer against Dubai, which won them the game.
He absolutely was the man of the match against Dubai in the D50 edition. Very talented all-rounder. Keeping it wide outside off stump. Well, if I have anything to say to the leg spinner, when you're bowling on a wicket like this, on a ground like this, with that big leg side boundary, attack the stumps. Try to take those stumps out of the equation.
Certainly, and look at that break he's getting. Well, Abdur Rahman, you know, leg spinners are mostly rhythm bowlers, and obviously, I think Maroof just getting used to that. It's his first over he's bowling. I'm sure he'll read your plan.
Yeah, just getting loosened up. Took a very good catch, very important catch. Good googly there. That catch he took of Rahul Chopra was critical. He had already taken 10 of 2 deliveries. He could have made that a 15-16 run over.
Certainly, and if Ajman were to better their run rate, I think Rahul Chopra would have been an important man in doing so.
Yeah, as long as he was there, they would have even thought that they could win the game, even though they need a lot of runs from here. Slightly short this time. Nasir Aziz unable to put it away. Very good over from Maroof. Just the 1 run off the bat and the wide. Ajman are 74 for 6 at the end of 16 overs. Well, it's Mohammad Waseem who's coming to bowl. We've seen this throughout the tournament. Bowling gentle off spin and he gets the wicket. First ball. Nasir Aziz trying to hit him over mid-wicket for a maximum. missing the ball completely.
Mohammad Wasim coming into the attack. He wants me to take his name as the off spinner. He loves to bowl, doesn't he? Straight away, he's gotten that wicket of Nasir Aziz.
Absolutely. The perfect off spinner's delivery that. Just pitching on off stump, crashing into middle. Nasir Aziz walks back for 2 runs. Ajman are 74 for 7 now. A new batsman in Uzair. One of the under 21 additions in the Ajman lineup. Gets off the mark quickly. Brings Saqib Manshad on strike. Well, it seems Ajman wants Saqib Manshad to do everything. 5 for 2 his name. He's taken some good catches as well. Hurt both his hands.
Look at that wicket again. Mohammad Wasim loves to bowl. He's taken up every opportunity where he can bowl. He's working on that skill.
Well, it seems if there is any weakness in this Fujairah lineup, it's that 6th bowling option. Again, from the stumps, trying to cut that. Dangerous shot. They have their 3 main fast bowlers. They have Rohan Mustafa. They have Harry Bharwal. But if one of them goes for runs, they don't have a fallback option. It's Mohammad Wasim who they have to count on to give them a couple of overs.
A very valid point, and I think a lot of teams would be thanking you to point that out, Abdurrahman.
Well, this is where I think they're missing the services of a certain Umair Ali Khan, aren't they? Not playing this tournament. Wasim finishes his over very quickly. Ajman are 76 for 7 with 3 more overs to go. Maruf will continue. Better delivery to the to the left-hander. Are they pushing for 2? Yes, they are pushing for 2. Hamid Khan. A bit slow off the blocks.
Coming back to that point you were mentioning, Abdurrahman missing the services of Umair Ali Khan. And I think a replacement was Harry Bharwal, who's made a certain impact in this tournament for Fujairah.
Yes, absolutely. Harry Bharwal, one of the pick of the bowlers in this tournament so far. The fast bowlers have done really well in the tournament. Colonel Zahid has a 5 for and a 4 for on his name. Saqib Manshad has a 5 for and he's got about 2 wickets every match. But we always know the spinners are going to play a key role here in the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. And Harry Bharwal, Ahmed Shafiq, as you mentioned. Mohammad Nadeem with the bat and the ball, both playing a very important role.
Rohan Mustafa, who's also had an impact. But I think Fujairah would really be missing Abdul Ghaffar, who's gotten injured.
Yes, absolutely. 100% very well said there. Mohammad Rashid, Abdul Ghaffar. He's there right in the middle with the bat and the ball. The X factor. I can't think of a better replacement for Umair Ali Khan in this lineup than Abdul Ghaffar. Uzair Khan as well has done exceptional with the bat and ball. I think he has a bit of a niggle because he bowled only 1 over in that last match he played, and today he's been rested.
Well, they are due for some resting. all the players, such as the format and the schedule of the tournament. You have to. He's got that wicket, Maroof. Stepping down. Saqib Manshad couldn't connect, and very good job done there by Hamdan.
Yeah, brilliant bowling there. Going for that googly to the left-hander. Charging down the track, Saqib Manshad missing it completely. And steady glove work there by Hamdan Tahir. So Maroof Merchant gets his first wicket of the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20. Ajman reeling now at 80 for 8. Another left-hander in. Oh, big appeal, but it's pitched outside leg stump. That's a very experienced umpire in front of you. 80 for 8 at the end of over number 18. Another good over from Maroof Merchant. Well, we'll see him back into the attack. Oh, very interesting this. Well, there are 3 fielders in the circle, Mr. Mohammad Wasim. Let's see if he spotted that or not.
Let's see if the umpire spots that. A quiz.
Oh, there were 3 fielders in the inner circle.
Well, nobody's noticed that.
Well, I think what's happened, Rashid, is there are 10 players on the field. I don't think they have a 12th man, Fujairah. Somebody has walked out, and that's why they have the 3 in the circle. But they have a total of 10 people on the field right now. Ball in the air, Junaid Siddiqui cleans up. I'm trying to find the man who's gone missing. Is it Jiju Janardhanan? I think yes, it's Jiju who's not on the field at the moment.
Well, my bad to be doubting these experienced umpires. He's did that in the slot, and Uzair has deposited that over mid-wicket for a big 6.
Yeah, it was a hit me ball, and he has hit it hard. Very good shot that. Akifullah Raja is in the field as well. Muhammad Usman is another man I can't find on the field right now. Oh, testing that bench strength. You were talking about the players wanting a break. And I think that's what has happened. Fujairah are a man short in the ground right now.
And certainly the laws allow you to have 3 fielders inside. There's no law on how many fielders should be inside the circle, rather than the law is on how many should be outside that circle.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why the umpires giving the leeway to the bowler and the captain Mohammad Wasim. Oh, good looking shot that from Uzair. Trying to be a bit tentative that time. Well, Uzair can do no wrong from here. If he can get a couple of hits, he'll probably cement his position in the side, maybe come up the order above Ajmal. The way they've been batting, they're missing somebody in the middle, aren't they, Ajman? They need an extra batsman right after Rahul Chopra to support the team. They have a very strong top order, but nothing in the end.
Certainly, and I think most of the teams in this tournament, I'm sorry, not most, a few teams in the tournament have been having this problem. Say, like a Dubai, they have had good starts, but they don't have that middle or the ending to support their team.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're already in the last over. The last 2 overs have gone very quickly. Uzair again pulls it very hard. Haider Vasisha, how important was his 38 in the context of this game? Worth half a century.
Certainly, and that innings, that partnership between Mohammad Usman and Haider Wasi Shah, beg your pardon, I think that was the turning point for Team Fujairah in this match.
Again, it's a similar story. Charging down the track, missing the googly. Hamdan Tahir stumps him. You're not watching the replay of Saqib Manshad's dismissal. That is a fresh dismissal. And this will give a lot of confidence to Maroof Merchant, beg your pardon. And Mahmood Merchant.
Well, with that, Ajman losing their 9th wicket, the score at only 90.
Shiraz Pia walks in. Again, another googly. I don't think Shiraz Pia is going to charge down the track. Maroof Merchant, go for that quicker flipper if you can. Target those pads, those big black and gold pads of Shiraz Pia.
He's going to go for it, Shiraz Pia. He'll not die wondering. Rohan Mustafa with a few comments behind.
Yeah, he's saying he's going to slip, wait for it. Shiraz Pia coming back from a hamstring niggle. And they're having a lot of fun now. 58 needed of 2. The game is done and dusted. Ajman not even able to get to 100. This is a very disappointing performance from them.
Certainly, and that 148 looks like more like a 248 at the moment. Very difficult conditions for batting, but that innings from Mohammad Usman, I just can't go on and on about it.
Oh, he went for the Yorker. He went for the Yorker. Shiraz dug it out. Another good over and a clinical performance from Fujairah, winning by a huge margin of 58 runs after they had scored only 148 batting first. But that is a statement, isn't it?
Absolutely. This MazaPlay.net Emirates D20 22 powered by Fan Code, and Fujairah won that by 57 runs. The only positive I think Ajman can take from this game is that fifer by Saqib Manshad, and that they didn't get all out.
Yes, absolutely. That fifer from Saqib Manshad, a key for them. But it is going to go back to the drawing board. Ajman have lost 2 games on the trot. Fujairah making a comeback now after that loss against Dubai. And this table after today is going to open up nicely. Fujairah winning by a huge margin. Their net run rate taking a big boost. Ajman's net run rate will take a big hit as well. And that's a happy looking side walking out, the men in green.
Certainly they'll be very happy. A dejected looking Ajman. Handshakes all around.
That's the batting card, and sorry looking batting card. Wajid 11, Sagar Kalyan failing again. Dawood Ijaz, the big wicket. Rahul Chopra, the lone man in the middle, 36 of 42. Ansh Tandon played out 23 deliveries, could only manage 11. Ajmal, Nasir, Saqib, Ankur, all disappointing with single figure scores. Uzair, right there at the bottom, getting 11 of 9. But they will be very disappointed by this performance. Ajman.
Certainly, and look at the bowling card. Brilliant figures there for everybody. Nobody has given away more than 6.5 runs an over. But for me, the pick of the bowlers was Jiju Janardhan picking up those 2 wickets and giving away just 10 runs in his 3 overs. Maruf Merchant picking up those late 2 wickets as well and showing us his skills with that leg spin of his.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at those economy rates. Hardly you say that Rohan Mustafa has given the most amount of runs. Let's look at the highlights of this Ajman innings then. It's more of Fujairah's bowling than Ajman's batting, that's for sure. It was Wajid Khan and Sagar who started off, and Sagar fell to Junaid Siddiqui. Hamid Khan taking another good catch. Then that LBW, very poor short selection from Dawood Ijaz. And then Rohan Mustafa taking out Wajid. A big wicket in the game.
Certainly, and the wickets just kept falling. What a good delivery that was by Jiju. Swinging that in the air. Harry Barwal, he had gone for some runs. Rahul Chopra, the lone man, tried to up that innings. And that delivery there, that was beautiful delivery. Rohan Mustafa going for some runs. Rahul Chopra again. He was the only man who scored some runs.
Yeah, got 10 of 2. Then fell to Rohan Mustafa. Nasir Aziz missing a straight one as well. And then Maruf getting 2 wickets, both the left-handers off googly, stumped by Hamdan. A big 6 from Uzair. I will give him a lot of confidence as the games progress. In the last ball, a Yorker dug out. That's the match summary. Then 147 for 8. Mohammad Usman 64 of 48. Haider Vasisha 39 of 32 deliveries. Saqib Manshed picking up 5 wickets for 37 runs. But in the end, that score was a bit too much for Ajman. 90 for the loss of 9 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. Rahul Chopra 36. Wajid Khan 11. Uzair Anis 11. 3 men that went into double figures. Maruf Merchant 2 wickets for 7 runs. Jiju Janardhan and Rohan Mustafa picking up 2 wickets as well. Fujairah winning this game by 57 runs. Let's not waste any time. Let's go down to Shoaib Ahmed, who's with the man of the match and match referee for the post-match presentation.
Good evening and welcome for the post-match presentation. It was the match number 14 of Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 2022 edition powered by FanCode. And what a game we saw. First up, it was Ajman who were bowling first and had Fujairah on the back foot, got some early wickets, but in the end just couldn't get and continue that pressure on Fujairah in the first innings. There was a brilliant innings, a great partnership between youth and experience. We were talking about Usman and Syed Haider Vasisha, making sure that they get Fujairah to a decent total of 147. I think that was a really good score on a wicket where we expected some dew, and so did Ajman, but just couldn't see any dew in the end, and that led to a very decent total becoming a very big total. 147 in the first innings was always going to be a tall task for the batters of Ajman, especially against the top quality bowling of Fujairah. In the end, Fujairah winning the game comfortably by 57 runs. That's a big margin in a T20 game. Talking about the player of the match, I've been joined by the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, and he's got the player of the match memento in his hand. it goes to one man without any guesses, the man who's told us and given us a big lesson that there is no substitute for experience. Mohammad Usman scoring 64 runs of 48 balls and getting Fujairah to a comfortable position and a comfortable score of 147. Brilliant innings of 64 in just 48 deliveries. That's the player of the match, Usman. Usman, well done, congratulations. कितनी अहमियत रखती है ये इनिंग्स स्पेशली आपके पर्सनल करियर को लेके, क्योंकि हम जानते हैं कि अभी भी काफ़ी क्रिकेट बाकी है आप में, लेकिन ओवरऑल कितना मायने रखता है ये जो नॉक था आपका आज?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, आपने बिल्कुल सही बोला और पिछले 3-4 मैच में खेल चुका था और मेरे बैक ऑफ माइंड में था मुझे कुछ स्कोर करना है यहाँ पे और लोगों को या कोई भी है उसको दिखाना है कि मैं स्कोर भी कर सकता हूँ। और मेरे लिए ऑलमोस्ट ये डू और डाई थी कि मुझे ये सिचुएशन में, वैसे सिचुएशन में यूज्ड हूँ, लेकिन आज थोड़ा सा बेस्ट आ गया उसमें से।
थोड़ी सी बताइए, विकेट के बाद में हमें सबको लगा था कि ड्यू होगा तो थोड़ा ईजी हो जाएगा बैट करना, लेकिन ऐसा लग नहीं रहा था।
नहीं, बिल्कुल बॉल होल्ड हो रहा था और जब पहले 2-3 डिसमिसल हम लोग के हो गए थे, थोड़ा सा मुझे आइडिया हो गया था कि 130, 135 इससे प्लस हम लोग जितना भी करेंगे हम लोग के लिए बोनस होगा।
आपका एक्सपीरियंस जो आज बिल्कुल काम आया फुजैरा के लिए, ये बताइए कि ओवरऑल टीम का माहौल कैसा है? हम जानते हैं फुजैरा एक बहुत बड़ी साइड है, लेकिन जिस तरह का आज सेटबैक था, थोड़ी सी फिक्र ज़रूर हुई होगी स्टार्ट में।
नहीं, ये आपको पता है 8-10 मैच होते हैं, इसमें ये कोलैप्स होना है हम लोग को इस चीज़ का आइडिया है। मैं अपने ओनर्स जो हैं ताहिर भाई उनके लिए और मुदी भाई जो स्पेशली और जो वसीम है, बहुत अच्छे तरीके से हम लोग को सबको हैंडल कर रहे हैं, एक्सपीरियंस को भी साथ लेके चल रहे हैं, सुन भी रहा है बात और पूरा माहौल एक बहुत अच्छा बनाया हुआ है इन्होंने।
मज़ा आया आज आपकी पारी देख के, क्योंकि नॉर्मली बड़े छक्के तो हमेशा देखते हैं, लेकिन जिस तरह के प्रेशर में आपने खेला आज बहुत मज़ा आया। ऑल द बेस्ट आगे के मैचेस के लिए।
थैंक यू।
That's the player of the match, Mohammad Usman, scoring 64 runs of 48 deliveries. That's it for the post-match presentation. From here, let's head back to other Combox.
Oh, thank you, Shoaib Ahmed. Yes, there is absolutely no replacement for experiences there. Fujairah now sitting top of the table, that net run rate in positive. And number 2, Abu Dhabi, the surprise package, 6 points for them. Emirates Blues, Sharjah, Dubai, all three of them on 4 points each with nothing to separate that net run rate. Sharjah does have a game in hand. And Ajman, well, they got that one win, a surprise win, but now they've lost 3 games in a row and they're right at the bottom of the table. And the action will continue in this Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 powered by Fancode. We will be back tomorrow for 3 more games at the Dubai International Stadium. Dubai will play Emirates Blues at 12:30. Sharjah versus Fujairah, that's going to be a humdinger at 4:30. And then Abu Dhabi versus Ajman at 8:30. It's going to be an action-packed Super Sunday. And we look forward to having you with us tomorrow for the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 powered by Fancode. My name's Abdul Rahman and Mohammad Rashid with me, signing off for the evening. Wish you all the best.